Yeah. We in here like swimwear. Listen, I did a test and it came good with my voice on the other end. So I don't know, but you guys get what's going on, right? You know who I am. We in the building. So right now, first quarter game just started. Zip zip. Yeah, we're gonna talk about this game as it goes on. What's gonna happen? Well, it's already official that the Ravens is gonna get the first seed. So I mean, we can forget about that. I mean, not the. I'm sorry, not the first seed, but the Ravens is gonna win the division. We already seen that coming. I remember saying that. Don't worry, Pittsburgh ain't gonna win. They're just frauds. So right now, it seems like the Steelers is. This is kind of a placement. I'm sorry. Still got the little call from yesterday. It's going away. It shouldn't be going on tomorrow. But the Steelers right now, the Steelers are 10-6. Chargers is 10-6. So the Steelers is basically playing for seeding. You know, the fifth or sixth. They can go no less than that. Well, no, right? Because if the Broncos do win, the Broncos can be 10-7. So basically, yeah, the Steelers seeding is not official. So that's what they playing for. They playing for seeding. Um, Cincinnati Bengals is you already know what they're playing for. They're playing for playoff spot. So we're gonna talk about it for a while. So Thomas is saying if they win, they get the fifth seed. They still have the head-to-head over Denver. Okay, shout out to Thomas on that one. Touchdown, Bengals. Jamar Chase, 12-yard receiving touchdown. Jamar Chase, 12-yard receiving touchdown. Cincinnati Bengals, early in the game, they are up 6-0. What do you guys think of that? Is that the beginning of something? That's what I want to know. Well, that's what it is. 6-0. Well, 7-0 right now. Bengals up 7-0. Hmm. So is that a good sign, you guys? I want to know. Let me know if that is a good sign. Anybody that just tuned in, the Bengals is up 7-0. Jamar Chase with the good old 12-yard receiving touchdown. So if anybody got Jamar Chase on that anytime touchdown, well, you hit. Joe Burrow to throw a touchdown, you hit. Most likely Joe Burrow's going to throw another touchdown. We already know that's going to happen in the game. So anybody that's on the props, you're looking good right now. 7-0. The Bengals early in the game. Let me know because I take the beginning of the game. I take that real serious. Like, what is the energy that you show me? So I don't know. It's looking good right now, but I'm not gonna lie. I would like for the Bengals to score again, so I could take the Steelers with the points. Not saying to win, because it's still early, but you know what I mean. Like, I think this should be a close type of game. It shouldn't be like the last game we just saw with the Ravens and what's their name, Cleveland Cavaliers, the Cleveland Browns. It shouldn't be none of that. So hopefully this is a close game, something close, at least within a touchdown. For anybody that just tuned in, yes, Bengals is up. Some people's not at home, some people's at work, or they're driving, or they actually can't watch the game right now. So I know I'm one of the few pages that we can live stream it, not live stream, but talk about the game in real time for a little bit. Um, um, let me check some stat actually that I was interested in. I'm curious about something. Um, Yeah. Okay, okay, okay. I mean, hopefully this is a close game. Hopefully it's not no blowout. Because I do remember they lost to Cincinnati Bengals by the Bengals lost to the Steelers by 6 in the beginning of wasn't the beginning of December or something like that. So we got to see what this is looking like. You know, Thomas in the chat, Coalition Breezy in the chat, Cannon in the chat. Everybody else that's going to tune in, shout out to y'all. It's just a live stream of the game right now. Some people, some people can watch the game. Some people actually can't. So we're gonna talk about it in real time. It's a lot for these teams that these teams are playing for. Not, Steelers is still playing for something, which is seeding. No longer for the division. They can't get the division. They can get that. So they're playing for seeding basically. Right now they're currently at 5th. The Chargers is at 6. Denver Broncos is at 7. Denver Broncos is playing for something as well. So all three of those teams is playing for like a seeding type of thing, right? Whether they win or lose, whatever. You guys already know the deal with that. Cactus Jack in the building. I mean, Young Mellow in the building. So yeah, we live streaming talking about the game and stuff like that. I'm waiting because I also love my live plays. So I'm looking to see what's what. Once again, I want Cincinnati to score again. Just score again. Hopefully the Steelers go 3-and-out, or just stay on 3. I'm saying this for selfish reasons. It has nothing to do with y'all. It has nothing to do with anything else. I'm saying for selfish reasons, for betting reasons. Just so I could take the Steelers with a plus, whatever the spread is going to be after they score. I'm not interested in what the spread is now because that's trash. I mean, it's a 5.5 right now for the Cincinnati Bengals. 3-and-out. Cincinnati Bengals maybe score a field goal, and the spread can go to at least 7. Give me at least 7.5 points, something like that. Now there you go, Najee Harris, right there for a carry of about 3 yards, right there. Let me see what we got. Which I think George Pickens is going to do. That's what I want to know. What he going to do? Because yeah, he is back, right? So what usually happens, right? Is he going to stink it up? But I just want a tight game. I don't want this to be a blowout. Everybody can eat, right? Get you a nice good old spread. Cover that. Cincinnati Bengals can still cover that 2.5, if anything, right? They can win by 3. So it could be a field goal type of game. Shit, it could be a Steelers down by 8, get a touchdown, go for 2. Maybe they don't get it. Down by 7, go for the touchdown, go for the extra point, miss the extra point. Whatever, one of those. We got rushing by in the building. Russian by in the building. He in the chat. That's right, we doing a little live stream. A little watch live stream for the people. There's people that's watching it, and there's people that can't actually be in front of the TV. Good stop by the Bengals. The Bengals is doing good right now. They got to stop. They got to stop, and that's a loss of 9 right now. So the Steelers defense, I'm sorry, not the Steelers defense. The Bengals defense is looking good right now. Russell Wilson is looking like he's doing what he's about to always do, stink it up. Not saying that's going to happen for the whole game, but this is just the start. A loss of 9 yards right now. So the Bengals defense is looking good, right? Punt away. What did I just say a couple minutes ago? Hopefully it could be a 3-and-out, right? Well, 3-and-out. Bengals got the ball right back. There you go. 6-yard return. What's up? What we got going on here? So now, let's see what the line is. The line is 6.5. Boom. I like that. See, I like that type of stuff. Well, I'm talking via FanDuel. I know everybody deals with different books. Even for you guys that's not betting, And oh, you don't bet. I still like to correlate bets with the actual game because it actually means a lot. I always tell people that if you don't bet but you watch sports, I think it's a good idea to actually pay attention to betting lines. That can let you, it can give you a general idea of what's going on in the game. Honestly, for real. Even if you think something's suspect, just look at the betting lines. If you believe sports is 100% real, whatever, just look at the betting lines. It'll still tell you something. So yeah, right now, well, the Bengals are now -7.5. What do you guys think about that? Now, like I said, I wanted to catch them like that, but I still feel comfortable with an 8. 8 because that's the most I can. That's the most you can get on touchdown. You know, the 6 points along with the extra 2 points, right? So since that's the most, I usually feel comfortable if I see an 8, 8.5. No disrespect to the 7.5. I mean, the only reason I say that is because Russell Wilson, they have him at quarterback, and like the things that they have him do, the scripted things that they have Russell Wilson do is always suspect. So like he's more like a team down by 8 type of person, and he goes for the touch. He tries to go for the touchdown on the long ball, and they miss it, and then I end up not covering. So 7.5, I'm kind of sketchy about right now, right? I'm just a little sketchy about that. Even though they'll probably lose by 7, right? But FanDuel's not gonna give me an 8. They'll give me an 8.5, and that's a -158. So if Cincinnati can get down the field just for a little bit more, and hopefully I can see it change to 8.5 on the regular, and then I'll take that. So for those that just tuned in, we got Cincinnati Bengals, Pittsburgh Steelers, 7-zip. Cincinnati Bengals on their opening drive, they got a touchdown, and then they got a nice 3-and-out. So they got the ball back. So right now, it's looking good. Got truth in the building. It's looking real good right now. Let's hear what y'all talking about. Nah, 8 catch 111 yards, 1 touchdown. I like the Thomas says I like the Bills to lose to the Bengals if Cincinnati makes the playoffs. Yeah, because there's a lot that Cincinnati has to go for. So yeah, y'all already know the deal. Um, Thomas thinks it's gonna be a close game. I don't blame you. I feel like this could be a close game, right? Let me see. Yeah, Coalition says I need an 8.5 at a good price. Yeah, that's it. Listen, as soon as I see an 8.5, literally I am going to take it. But now Cincinnati is stepping up. I'm sorry, Pittsburgh is stepping up their defense. But the 8.5 now has gotten better to a -144. I forget when it's a negative, you got to say that if the bet rolls. So actually, it's a good thing when the bet actually goes down. Opposite of when the money is already the plus. You don't want it to go down. You want it to keep going up, right? But when it's a minus, you want it to keep going down so it could eventually pass to 0 on the other side and then become a positive. So yeah, I always got to keep remembering that when I'm always talking about up and down. Pause. But yeah, so that 8.5 at -144, I'm not gonna lie, I'm looking at that right now as I'm talking to y'all, but I feel like I need a little bit better. Now it's -130. We're talking on real time right now, people. It's -130. Now, I usually like 130 and better. 130, 120, 125. I like that type of stuff. So I'm really thinking to take this 8.5 at -130. I can always put on more when I get a better, when I see it get better, but it dropped. It went back up. It's 136. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take Steelers at +8.5 at this 130 again. At this 130. Now, once I see more, a better price, I'll put some more. Oh, minus 128. So that's actually good. That means that the Cincinnati Bengals is getting down that field. Hmm. Yeah. Herbert doing a little. They doing their thing right now. So I mean, we can't. The Cincinnati Bengals right now is doing their thing. Um, like I said, if they can get a field goal, I'm definitely taking that 8.5 more. The reason why I couldn't take it just now because it locked up. So the bets is locked. Soon as I see it, soon as I see something, I'm taking it. Okay, there you go. So here we go. Yeah, that was just short of a first down. Yes, exactly. So we're gonna see what that is. That was a 30-1. They should be able to get that first down. Let me see. Most likely. So what we got here is 8.5. I'm gonna take that. I'm able to get at minus 125. So I'm definitely gonna take that. Boom, doing it live. Yes, I got the 8.5 right now at minus one. At minus 125. So I was able to get minus 125. So yeah, all right, all right. What we talking about? What we talking about now? Steelers. Honestly, do you guys think the Steelers is going to win the first round? So we got Steelers so far against the Texans. That's where it stands right now. Hmm. Hmm. Okay. I don't. I think this is going to be a close game. On the Pick'em show, on Lobo's Pick'em show, I did pick the what's the name? I did pick the Cincinnati Bengals to win the game. I mean, to me, it only made sense. They win it and watch the game. You know, tomorrow they have them watching it. They have cameras showing the Cincinnati Bengals in some type of facility watching the game. That's what I think, but still early. So we're in the first quarter right now. For those that just got in, 7-zip. Pause. Pause. Yeah. Yeah, Candace says, yeah, I agree. Even if you don't put money on these games, just take a look at the betting lines and what you see on the field will make a lot of sense. Exactly. Um, I've always been telling people this. Don't feel like, it's just all about betting. You don't have to bet. I'm pretty sure everybody that rocks with me doesn't bet. Yeah, fans, you're fans of the sport, right? But it's very important that you look at betting lines. Get a betting app, or if you're near a computer, right? Just yeah, try to see what betting app, what betting websites you can go on and just watch the lines. I'm pretty sure there's some of them that you have to sign up in order to watch it. Yo, you don't even have to put no money on, just creating a betting account seriously and just watch the lines, the live lines when it comes to the sport that you love. Hold on. Okay, good stop over there by the Steelers. The ball was out, but Cincinnati got right back on the board. I mean, they got right back on the ball, but it's a fourth down. That was a loss of 4. So they're gonna punt it. The Steelers is gonna get the ball back. Once again, the ball came out of Joe Burrow's hands, but Cincinnati covered it, recovered the ball, but that's still a first down. I mean, it's still a fourth down, resulting in that was actually a 4-yard loss. Goes right back to Pittsburgh. There you go. So Pittsburgh, there you go. I'm sorry, they're going not punting, they're going for the field goal now. They have no choice but to go for the field goal now. They're not trying to risk it against Pittsburgh Steelers defense. He knocks it through. What I said, 10-zip. That's what we wanted to see. We got plus 8.5 already at a good price, right? But you should be able to get something else at a good price. It's 10 zip right now. Cincinnati. Well, I kind of felt like that could happen. It happened. Oh, there you go. What you gonna say? We got some type of a game, right? 10 zip. Cincinnati Bengals. Pittsburgh State. I mean, this has to be a close game. Growtopia fan, my man in the building. That's right. We're doing a little live stream talking about this game. It's an important game for the Bengals. It's an important game for the Steelers when it comes to their seeding. They can no longer get the division. That division belongs to the Ravens. Double P in the building. What's good, my guy? Yeah, this was a random one. Since this is an important game, I just wanted to talk about it just for a little bit, live stream and talk about this specific game. What does this mean? We spoke a lot. We spoke about a lot of stuff yesterday. So, with that being said, this game is an important game for the Bengals. A lot of people have high hopes on the Bengals. We all know why. Let's just be for real. For number one, because it's Joe Burrow, and a lot of people feel like that's Patrick Mahomes' nemesis, right? That's for one. Number two, the Super Bowl will be played in Louisiana. We all know Joe Burrow and Chase played for what? LSU, right? Boom. That's the relation right there. So, there's some people's minds, let's just be for real, let's be honest. Some people still thinking that it's going to be a Joe Burrow run because he has the best of Patrick Mahomes, and that's the team that can dethrone the Kansas City Chiefs, and Joe Burrow can make a run and go play in the Super Bowl and play in Louisiana. Let's just be for real. So there's a lot of, Joe Burrow is important to this playoffs. I think more than everybody as far as popularity. When it comes all the way from here to February 9th, he's the most popular player. Not the best, but the most popular because of, everything I just mentioned, right? Who would Pittsburgh play if they have the fifth seed? They'll play the Texans. they'll play the Texans. That's what I'm saying. Like, I think the Texans should be able to beat them, but I don't want to see that matchup. But here's the thing: if they drop down, let's say for instance they're just six, right? If they're six, they'll be facing off against the Ravens. I don't really think that's gonna happen. I don't see that happening. I mean, they played each other in the playoffs, but I don't see that matchup. I don't think there's enough hype around that matchup. I just think maybe the Ravens is gonna have the best of the Steelers. I don't see that. Um, I don't, I don't know if the Ravens can go down to no. The Ravens can't go down to 7. So the Ravens is good for a 4 and a 5. So you could probably see Ravens versus Texans. I think that would be a shitty ass matchup too. My dark horse. I wouldn't be surprised if my dark horse, the Texans, get smoked by the Steelers. That's why that was my dark horse, Texans team, right? But I mean, what's more important, the Bengals going to the playoffs? Well, no, I mean, no, winning this game or the Steelers get some type of a seeding, getting a nice seed. Do I think Packers get bounced out of the playoffs in the first round by the Eagles? I'm not gonna lie, that is a nervous game for me because obviously I'm gonna pick the Raven. I'm gonna pick the Packers, but I wouldn't be surprised. I'm not gonna lie to you. I wouldn't be surprised if it happens. If it was to happen, I wouldn't be surprised at all. The Packers won't play the Eagles. They'll play LA. Now, yeah, that's a matchup I don't want to see. I'll be I'll be heartbroken if that happens. But yeah, if Washington and this, I think Washington is going to lose tomorrow, right? If the Packers can win tomorrow too, and they could do a flip, and it won't be Packers and Eagles. That's what I think. I think they're going to flip. I think number 7 will go to Washington. We'll see Washington versus the Eagles, because honestly, that would be more exciting anyway because of their matchup. Oh, was that in? Man, Mike Williams with a nice ass catch right out of bounds, but he was in right before he went out. So that was nice. Anybody that's not watching the game, Mike Williams with a nice ass throw, he made sure he had his feet in before he went out. But y'all should see the catch. The catch was fire. And yeah, it's basically giving them a little bit of life. They gotta at least score and not get their booty cheeks clapped. You know what I'm saying? Because they're down 10-zip. But yeah, there's a commercial right now. Yeah, so back to what I was saying about this whole seeding, it would be a flip if Washington takes the L tomorrow. If the Packers take the L, I mean, if they catch the W tomorrow, they could just swap. But we'll see the Packers versus the Rams. I don't want to see that. Those are the two that I'm rooting for. But hey, somebody got to go, right? It is what it is. Um, yeah, I think the Packers will beat the Rams in the playoffs, but that would be a fun matchup. But I think the Eagles versus Washington would be better. It would be more fun because of the way they played each other throughout the season, you know? And what Jalen Hurts in, what is it, a get back game? Because he did hurt that last game, man. You guys, I don't even have to like run it down to you guys. You already know. You know the deal. We got Reckless in the building. He says, the Bills will beat the Ravens if they play in the playoffs. The Ravens destroyed them earlier in the season. Bills will be scripted to beat the Ravens. You will see Lamar throwing the game. I won't be surprised. That's usually what he does.
Are you fucking serious?
It's usually what he does. I can definitely see that. And usually the Ravens usually smack I remember, what was it, 2019, right? Was it 2019? Yeah, I think it was a player. I think it was something like that, 2019, 18 or whatever. When Lamar just played like ass clap booty cheeks against the Bills. I don't think they scored. They only scored like maybe 3 points. So started scoring towards the end when it was like 1 minute left. I remember that. So yeah. Lamar's a FanDuel agent. I think I still nah. Well, yeah. Okay, we can say that.
Are you fucking serious?
I was gonna say Kirk Cousins because I'm not. I don't want to talk too much on here. I want to say certain things that I know for a fact, though. But since I can't prove it, I don't want to say it about who's the biggest agent for the biggest agent for these books. But anyway, and that's beside the point. I don't even want to say that. We got Lombardi Lee in the building. As you guys can see, 10-zip, Cincinnati Bengals right now. Pittsburgh offense starting to move the ball, trying to get on the board. Right now, we are still in the first quarter, so make sure you guard your daughter. Don't always drink juice, drink your water. So yeah, anyway, yeah, 2021 season, they lost 17-3. Yeah, there you go. That's what it was. That game, man, I took Ravens I kept in playing them with at least to cover, and they just stunk it. I was so mad, bro. I was so mad. But Cactus Jack says it's easy to tell when Lamar is throwing the game when he isn't using his legs or holding the ball too long. His face, Cactus, his expression itself lets you know what's up. When you see that expression, you already know he's stinking that joint up. Yeah, a lot of guys you could usually tell is easy. It's to the point where honestly, Patrick Mahomes, I'm not gonna lie, Patrick Mahomes is 50-50 for me. Because I used to think not used to think. Right now, I usually could tell when Patrick Mahomes is doing some mess. But the thing is, Patrick Mahomes doesn't lose that much. So, like for the regular person, they really wouldn't see it. But Patrick Mahomes usually does give away details when he's throwing games as well. The only thing we don't see him do it that much. So it's kind of hard. But I just the cameras be on him so much. Just pay attention to his body language. Lamar's very easy. First off, when he just start throwing the ball when nobody's there, he'll throw it somewhere where nobody's at, and he seemed to do that all the time, religiously, seriously. It's like Stevie Wonder literally can make better throws. Like you're throwing when nobody's literally over there, not even the defense. You're just throwing it somewhere to give up a down. He makes it so obvious. But yeah. Let's see what we got. So we got Banshee. He's in the building. He's in the building. So yeah, everybody that just tuned in, shout out to y'all. This is the live stream for the game. Some people can't watch the game because they may be at work or driving, or they're just somewhere, but they listening or they want to, they want to know what's going on. Because you already know the guys on TV, they're gonna give you fake narratives. Sometimes that gets tiring, right? You already know they have to give you made up talk, right? But here at Rick Scripted and Fixed, we're just going to talk about it the way it is, the way it needs to be told. And shout out to everybody else that's streaming the game as well, right? But over here, we just going to talk. We're going to talk. There's people that's talking like it's real in here, of course, duh, right? But then there's people, my guys in here, they know what's up. So we're going to talk like we got some sense in here, right? So anyway, yeah. What we got? Brady, remember, I was a fanboy of the Patriots back then. Mind you, I started to see the characteristics in Brady once I started to get on the wave that, this is a wave that's not going to end, by the way. Once I started to get on the wave that this was suspect, I started to catch it because I always saw it, and it was suspect, but I never called it. You guys get what I'm saying. So yeah, Tom Brady. But Tom Brady always had the same type face, though, even when they was blowing teams out. So it's like, kind of hard. Brady was kind of hard. But once again, to be fair, like I said about Mahomes, Tom Brady hardly lost, especially like in his later years. So the Patriots really never lost games like that. They'll lose 3 games, maybe 4 a year, something like that. So it was like, we can't always just call, it's kind of hard, right? And he had the same attitude when he was winning. That same type of face. So, what we got here? Come on, Najee Harris, what you got? He ain't really going nowhere. Najee Harris, I mean, the Steelers is almost in the red zone. The red zone. Some people say they are. I'm gonna say they not, because they're at least 10 yards, at least a little bit more than 10 yards back. But they're there. They're at least good for a field goal. So by the end of this drive, it should be at least 10-3. And like I said, that's what you do. You want to take advantage, and that's what I did. If you try to get them at plus 8.5 right now, forget about it. It's minus 270. The best price you could possibly get, honestly, a decent price, is if you get the Steelers at a plus 5.5. I don't really condone getting 5.5 on an in play of the game. If you ever want to take 5.5, always do that pre-game. But during the game, I don't suggest you get a plus 5.5. It doesn't add a minus 136 at that. Don't play yourself. Don't. Nah, you don't want to do that.
Are you fucking serious?
You know what I'm saying? So, and this is what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. The Steelers had a chance to score. As you can see, Darnell Washington couldn't complete it. They was trying to look for a flag. No flag. They're gonna have to go for that field goal. I'm telling you. As a matter of fact, I'm sorry, there is a flag on the defense. So they kind of saved them. So, yeah. So most like that's going to be a first down. right there. I ain't gonna lie to you. I don't think that was. I don't think that should have been a penalty. But we already know what this is. This is business more than anything. So yeah. Come on, bro. Let's see what we got here. Y'all ready? Good old touchdown. Najee Harris. Once again, people, Najee Harris. If there's anybody that had Najee Harris on their ticket, Najee Harris with the good old touchdown. It is 10-6. 10-6 right now. They are on the board. So that's what it is. 10-6 right now. Pittsburgh, that's what we need. Now, I'm talking to the people that's on the in play, that following me with the in play. Took the plus 8.5. Hopefully that could be free money tonight. The plus 8.5, I believe it is. No, I took double P. I took the bait and put Pickens on my slip. I mean, this is still an early game. Still an early game. Watch out for Pickens in the second half. I'm not saying it's going to happen, but I mean it's possible. You know what I'm saying? It's possible. Once you start looking at his attitude, because you know how that goes. Checking on how they looking. Because usually that's always a dead giveaway right now, right? So that's right. Steelers is on the board 10-7. Anybody that followed on the plus 8.5, we are looking good. For those that don't know, a couple minutes ago I was talking about what line to take. I chose the 8.5. I was able to catch the 8.5 at a minus 125. I saw that 130, and then it went up to 144. Then it went back down to 130. It kept creeping up and down. I was finally able to get it out of 125 when it went through. So let me explain to you why I say 8.5 is, to me, the safest bet more than a 7. Is because 2-point conversions, let's be honest, y'all. 2-point conversions have been going on a lot these last couple years, right? Let's just say the last 5 years at least. Let's just go to the last 5 years. We've been seeing a lot of 2-point conversions more than we saw in 10 years ago or whatever, right? A lot of people would say, oh, the game changed when it comes to certain rules and things like that, and what's that? The analytics and all that bull crap, right? But being that 2-point conversions is a popular thing, it's not saying that every team is going for it all day, every day, but being as a more of a popular thing, the 7 is no longer a safe number, to be honest with you guys. The 7.5 is no longer a safe number either, depending on the matchup, right? Now, if we got a Chiefs versus Bengals type of situation, whether it's in the playoffs or during the season, a 7.5, no matter if you take the Chiefs at a plus 7.5 or if you take the Bengals at a plus 7.5 in the in play, right? That's safe because usually those games come down to at least a 7, to tell you the truth. At least a 7 or a 3, so you're good. And I know this is a division game, but 8 is always good, especially when it comes to certain quarterbacks. Somebody like Russell Wilson, you already know his script is a weird script. His script is to do stupid things at the end. So you don't trust him with a 5 and a 6. Bro, do not trust him with a 5 and a 6. Not even a 7. Because he's one of those guys that have to throw the long ball. Throw the long ball in the end, right? Y'all know that he's done that plenty of times. He throws the ball, they're down by 6 or 7 with 10 seconds left, and they're all the way on the other side of the field. He's throwing it all the way on the other side to the, you know what I mean, in the end zone. You can't trust that all the time when it comes to him, and then fuck around, excuse my language, and you end up losing and not covering. So the thing is with him, you take a 8.5. Not a 8 is safe if you want to push. You know what I'm saying? If you want to push, you could do that. But 8.5, get the win. So if you know what I'm saying, if you catch that 8.5, they could lose by 8. Because if they down by 8 and he throws a long ball and they miss, you still cover. So you guys understand why I say 8.5 is one of the best numbers you can take. Always remember that. Nobody talks about 8.5 for a lot. Remember last year when I was telling you about the 4.5, 4, the 1.5, and the 1, right? You guys know about that. Anyone that just started rocking with me now, last season I was putting people on about the 4, 4.5, 1, 1.5, and that shit hardly lost. Like they can, my guys in the chat can tell you that's a fact. It's not even my opinion. I'm not trying to lie. I'm not trying to boost up anything. That's usually what happened, right? 8.5 to me, I'm not gonna lie to you. I don't think I failed with an 8.5 yet this whole season. When I was giving free picks, or even when I was betting, and it was picks I didn't tell people, and I would have to go back into all my bets. 8.5. I don't think I ever lost with an 8.5. To be honest with you, I could be wrong, but I don't remember pressing the 8.5 on DraftKings or FanDuel and losing. Right? So what I'm trying to say is 8.5. I want you guys to take advantage of that. Not even just this season, but even next season, because I want to see every single one of y'all win. I want to see my repeat in the building. I want to see my repeats win. I want to see my Adrian Settles win. I want to see my double P's win. You know what I mean? Bfyre Watkins in the building. You know what I'm saying? Adrian Settles in the building. You know what I'm saying? I want to see my coalitions win. You know what I'm saying? My Reckless win. My Russian Bots, my Mellows win. My Cactus Jacks win. You know what I'm saying? My Banshees win. My Grotopias win. My Thomases win. My Lombardi Lees win. And so on. All my good guys. You know what I'm saying? I want to see y'all win. My Cannons win. My Truths win. That's the whole purpose of this platform for those that is new to my platform. But it's my whole reason of rigged, scripted, and fixed, right? You believe what you want to believe. But here, it's a little different from what you may see on other people's platforms. You know, like the guys who that's not into the rigged, scripted community. They may think things is different. So, you know, my thing is not to try to like make sports sound bad, but it's all about when you come here, being that we know that it's a little funky with sports, how do we take advantage of it when it comes to our enjoyment, right? Because let's keep it 100. We are all here for a reason, right? That means we're watching it. We're interested in it. Whether we believe it or whether we think it's wrestling, whether we think it's fake, it doesn't matter. We're sitting here watching it, right? I can't sit here and talk shit about it. I'm sitting here watching it. No. The whole purpose is how do we take advantage of what we're watching? Seriously, even if you don't bet, I still want to know what I'm watching. Even if I think it's fake, right? I still want to know what I'm watching. I want to enjoy what I'm watching. Okay, these are things to look out for. I've been practicing lately watching games on mute. I remember I used to hear Shannon Sharp say that a lot. And I always felt, in a way, he was kind of giving us a clue without telling us straightforward about, like, the real truth in football. That's just my opinion. I'm sorry. I may not mess with it, but that's how I feel. I've been watching games on mute, and you see things differently. When you see things differently, which is crazy. Hold on. Public has money on the Broncos. You must be, you probably talking about tomorrow's game, right? Wentz is gonna have a contract game tomorrow. Repeat. We've seen this with him. He's everything I thought he was always going to be from the start. From when he was in Philly, I already knew what he was going to be from the get-go. I'm not even gonna lie. I'm like, this is gonna be one of those guys that is gonna be coulda, shoulda, woulda been. That's how I feel about him. Wentz gonna have a contract, but I do think that's gonna be a close game tomorrow between the Broncos and the Chiefs. It's like I said, I mean, the NFL they can trick us right now. You know, don't get it mixed up. They could trick us right now and have the Bengals lose, right? But I found it funny the last 3 weeks. I'm gonna say that because you know when the Bengals had to go on their little run. So as I'm watching the Bengals run, something hit me. I'm like, they're kind of like out of the playoffs, right? But they're on fire, right? Oh yeah. Bfyre type shit. Drop a bomb for that. But you know what I'm saying, right? So they're on fire, and I love looking at schedules. I'm talking about every team. I look at the schedules of every team. That's why sometimes if I forget a game, like if you mention a certain game, I'm like, oh shit, yeah, that's who they go against. It's because I try to store it in my brain without even writing it down. Trying to memorize the schedules. Even to the down to the Jackson Jaguars, even to the Jets, to the bad teams, I still pay attention to every single person's schedule. So I went and looked at the Bengals schedule, and I was like, okay, why is the Bengals scheduled to go against the Steelers on a Saturday, but the teams that's right above them fighting for a playoff spot, right? Colts, before Colts got eliminated, you know, Colts, Denver, Miami, teams like that. Why are they playing on Sunday, but the Bengals is playing on Saturday? And that's when it hit me. I said, okay, I've seen this story before. They're going to have them possibly win, right? Possibly win, right? They'll win, and then the team that's above them in the playoffs is going to play on Sunday, and we're going to see if that team drops the ball in order for the Bengals to get in. It usually happens every single year. So and Miami needs to lose, or even if Miami was to tie too. You guys know that, right? That's still good for the Bengals. Basically, as long as Miami doesn't win, and of course Denver as well. Denver loses, right? So let's say Denver loses, but if Miami were to catch a tie, some of you guys think that messes up the Bengals. No, even if Miami ties, because you got to look at the records and the strength of the schedule. Even if Miami ties, the Bengals will still get in. As long as Miami doesn't win. So, yeah. Miller says, yeah, it's funny how the Bengals are playing before the two teams they also need to lose. You would think they will all be playing on Sunday. Exactly. So that's when it hit me. That's when I say, it's going to come down to this. It's going to come down to a Saturday game. No matter who wins this game, if it's the Steelers that win this game or the Bengals, that's besides the point. But I found it funny that they had them playing, they had them playing today and not Saturday. I think, right. The Chiefs are plus 440 on the money line tomorrow. I wonder how many of you guys taking that. Me, I'll feel more safe with the points, to be honest with you. Yeah, Melo says, yeah, I'm taking the Chiefs with the points for sure. I mean, just to be safe. But Twitter, I still got to pay attention and do some research and just see what the talk is, what the lies are. Because, I know the guys that work for the sports books, I love to listen to what they say. Because the manipulation from them is so crazy. And a lot of fans really think that these guys that work for the sports books actually have their back. Yo, guys, let me know in the chat that it's not doing that shit with my voice, distorting my voice like it did yesterday, right? I don't think it is. The NFL really wants the Bengals in. Wentz is gonna, I read that. As much as sports is manipulated, you can still enjoy it while making bread on it. Yeah, that's right, Cactus. That's exactly what I said. That's exactly what that is. You can still enjoy it. There's still room for you to make some money in it. Double P says they're not paying out Casey at 440. What you guys think of? That's a good point. Now, Yeti Life in the building. So we're still doing that shit with my voice again? Like it's giving that deep, that, hold on. Don't worry about it, hold on. Banshee says, things seem fine here. Young Mello says, yeah, the audio still sounds like yesterday. It could be the mic. But, no. It's yeah, like a skip. I don't know about the skip part. I don't think it's skipping. Ken says, the voice sounds good to me. Coalition says, yeah, you sound normal to me. Audio good for me. Ricky P in the building. Guard your children. You already know. Pack says, you seem cool to me. Good looks. I don't know. Maybe it's just because if you guys, any of you guys, if you listen to yesterday, because I was laughing listening to it. I went and listened to the playback. I was crying laughing. I'm like, what the fuck? I remember it did that, I think maybe 2 months ago. Even with my options on, is good. But as long as I'm not sounding like no RAP, IST type, type of thing. You know, yesterday was funny, bro. I'm sitting there listening, but it's so crazy. I'm listening to the whole playback and actually enjoying it, but laughing. And I was like, yo, I'm gonna do this. I wanna do I wanna do a live like that with my voice. Yeah, it's skipping for me, and your voice is deeper. Now the skipping part, I don't know, cause my frames is good. Cause usually that's the frames that usually do that. Um, yeah. There you go, there you go, Mr. Watkins. Yes, chopped and screwed. That was kind of funny. I'm sitting and listening to it, laughing though, but I enjoyed it because it was like everything we was talking about, along with that deep voice. I was like, yo, I'm gonna do a live like on purpose like that. Like I'm really gonna do a live like that on purpose.
Are you fucking serious?
This should sound a little better. So just bear with me. I'm gonna make sure it'll happen next live. I could use on my other computers and my other setup. I could do that, but sometimes it's still good to know what the root of the problem is. Yeah, yeah. I could, I have a whole bunch of different computers and setups. So, but it ain't that bad. It ain't that bad, y'all. As long as it's not killing your ears. But um, I'll make sure I fix that. At least I'm gonna change the settings around. So 10 to 7 right now for anybody that just tuned in. Make sure y'all like, comment, and well, everybody that's in the chat, y'all already commenting. But you know what I mean, like on the playback, you know, make if anyone new comment. Make sure y'all subscribe. Make sure y'all like all that good shit. 10 to 7 right now. Bengals in the lead, second quarter. Bengals with the ball. I don't know if anybody got Chase. I mean, I guess y'all doing good. If y'all got him on the ticket with y'all props or something, he doing a little good. He doing good. So y'all doing all right. A little something. Let's see what we got here. 10-7. B gonna moneyline any team against the Lions. Vegas is not letting them win. I still have a couple of hours to make my decision on that game. Repeat. I'm not gonna lie to you. Yeah. There you go. There you go. Steelers with that defense. As y'all can see, they got that defense going good right now. What y'all think of that right now? Y'all hear that defense? The Rams versus Ravens Super Bowl. You know what's so crazy? I heard yesterday. I heard a couple of people say that in the chat. Um, the 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 way I feel about that, I'm gonna tell you why I'm a little torn on that. Is because I f- I'm actually on the NFC's side this year to win the Super Bowl. So being that I'm on the NFC's side, that's what I'm rooting for. I don't know if I can see the Rams beating the Ravens. Honestly, it would be a good Super Bowl. It's a good contrast in colors too, even though I know that don't matter, but that's a good contrast in colors. I could I can see it, but I don't want it. I see that. Because I'll be rooting for the Rams. I'm gonna be rooting for the Rams, but I don't think they'll let Lamar lose. To be honest with you, and being that he has a good ass record against NFC teams, that's gonna be talked about a lot if the Ravens make the Super Bowl. You guys do know that, right? Yeah. Yep. Bengals got the ball back. I see Rams versus Green Bay. Rams or Green Bay. Well, that's what I'm rocking with, so you guys know that. The Rams Ravens Super Bowl seems boring though. Yeah, I don't. I wouldn't know. I wouldn't know what to think of that. To be honest with you, to me, I would just automatically think blowout. To be honest, that's right, reckless. I want to see Rams versus Chiefs, the Missouri teams. Yeah, I've been saying that for years, and I feel like a very old man now saying that. They're not giving it to me, and I've been waiting for a very long time for that. I've been waiting for years. Still haven't got it yet, which is wild. They been should have did that. That 2018 game with Jared Goff and Patrick Mahomes, they shouldn't have did that too early. Nah. The logo is red, green, and yellow. But it's so crazy. You should go onto the NFL website and go up to the playoff picture. Click on that page, and you'll see a red and yellow, uh, not poster, but graphic. It seems like they're trying to bait people into thinking the Chiefs is going to the Super Bowl. If it happens, it happens. But I'm just saying, though, we all know the NFL is hip to us regular people talking about the colors. So they already know that we know about that. Yeah, they wouldn't. The Rams and Chiefs should have played either Super Bowl 53 or 56. Um, yeah, yeah, 53. That early? Like you think so? Let me see. In 2018. Well. It's funny you say that because it was. It's funny that you say that. Matter of fact, Cactus, because remember that was supposed to be the talk of the Super Bowl, and remember that year leading. You remember the year of Super Bowl 53? What was all the money on? Rams versus Chiefs. I remember that. I remember that like it was yesterday because I was all over both of those games. The Rams versus the Saints, and then the Chiefs versus the Patriots. What was all that talk about? Matter of fact, the beginning of the playoffs, what was all that talk? Oh, we're gonna see Rams versus Chiefs the rematch in the Super Bowl. So that's why I feel like maybe it's past its due, but I hope not. I would still love to see it no matter who's the quarterback. So even if it wasn't Mahomes and Matthew Stafford, bro, I ain't gonna lie to you. It could be two other quarterbacks. I don't care. I just want to see the Rams and the Chiefs in the Super Bowl. And yeah, I know it's personal for me. That's why. Still working on my Missouri documentary, but it's still active. It's not done. It would have came out already. It's still active because the Chiefs run is still happening. Right? So I'm adding new stuff as these things go on. So I would love to see that. But yeah, AFC is the 3 seed Ravens. Yeah, Ravens is locked in at 3. So it's all about who's gonna get that 6 seed. My biggest reach is the Steelers versus the Lions Super Bowl.
Are you fucking serious?
Yeah, that's a crazy one. That. Jeez, woo, that's a super reach. That right there, man, listen, that was so much of a reach. I don't even know if I can call that. I don't even know if I can call that a dog horse. If the Chiefs fail to Thomas says, if the Chiefs fail to repeat, would you release it? Absolutely, absolutely. The Chiefs losing a Super Bowl, it won't hold me back from the documentary, right? It won't hold me back from it. It was just I would just need to know what does the following season entail. You know what I'm saying? It's like as long as this run keep happening, it's just new stuff. I might be forced to do a because being that it'll come out on the internet, do a second part, right? But sometimes you don't want to do that. You want to keep people good on like just drop, just see everything right from the beginning, or right on one shot, type of thing. If even if they lose, yeah, I still put it out. But yeah, the Chiefs start to decline after this season, but they won't fall off completely. I think so too. I think so too. You can see the signs actually. You can see the signs that they're gonna change. It's not gonna be like this forever. It's not gonna be like this. I'm waiting for that season where they do so bad that they don't make it to the playoffs. Do y'all think TJ Watt got that ball? I mean, a flag came down. Pittsburgh would have got the ball back, but hold on. Yeah, pretty much. The Bengals are gonna have a first down off of that flag. That's what it was. Cause they did recover it though, and then the defensive hold or something like that. So, yeah, there you go. So the Bengals still recover the ball. So they got it first down. Second quarter, 1 minute and 51 seconds left. 10-7. The Bengals for anyone that just tuned in. Our 8.5 is looking good. They got to keep this game close. I hope they do. Keep this close. I I, I wonder if we're going to see a 3 seed in the Super Bowl. I wonder if we're going to see a 6 seed in the Super Bowl. I think we're going to see one of those seeds in the Super Bowl. Okay, let me say this. The Zebras is doing their job. Yeah, of course you know they are. Let me say this. Wait. Battle Los Angeles, UFO movie, Super Bowl. Kendrick Lamar halftime show. Brady just finished his Brentwood home in June 2024. Kendrick just bought his Brentwood mansion in May 2024. You guys think that? Then the Rams would just win. The Rams will blow out the Chargers if that was. I mean, if that's what you're saying. If it was a Chargers versus Rams, maybe as a dark horse or something like that. That right there would take everybody's money because absolutely nobody would expect that. Let me say this, y'all. These are the seeds that I can see in the Super Bowl. Whether it's NFC or AFC, doesn't matter. I can see a 3 seed, a 5th seed, and a 6th seed. Those are the 3 seeds on either side that we most likely will see in the Super Bowl. A 3 seed, 5 seed, 6 seed. One of those seeds we should see on either side in the Super Bowl. That's how I feel. Nobody is taking over. The NFC needs a few Super Bowls. Green Bay is winning one. Yeah, Green Bay at 59, 60, or 61. I got Green Bay winning one of those three. Another dynasty. In order for that to happen, for another dynasty, the Chiefs have to fade away. Like their dynasty has to end. Andy Reid about to retire. Patrick Mahomes. I guess because who's to say Patrick Mahomes is going to play as long as Brady does? I don't see it. I'm not gonna lie to you. Picked off, picked off, picked off. Interception on Steelers. There you go. Steelers with the interception. Steelers got the ball back. Listen, y'all. Our pick for today was the +8.5. Anybody that just tuned in, that's what the pick was in the beginning of the game. It was an in-play pick, too, by the way. In-play pick. I don't want to hear no one say, "Oh, why you ain't give that before the game?" An in-play pick. You know, I love my in-plays. In-play pick, the Steelers at +8.5. We let Cincy score the first time. Hopefully, Steelers go 3-and-out, which they did. And then the Bengals came back and scored again, which was a field goal, not a touchdown, that made them go 10-zip. And that's when you take the +8.5 with the Steelers if you see it. Boom. So we looking good. I was able to catch it at -125. Some people go to that -130. That's still a good price. So we looking good. 10-7 in the second quarter. It's almost halftime, but that's what it's looking like right now. So +8.5. Just as long as the Steelers don't do no dumb shit in the end. Basically, I just want it to be a close game. I want it to be a close game. I still think it'll be interesting if the Bengals do win and then they wait to see what's going to happen tomorrow. That's still a possibility. But yeah. That's what's going on right now. Mahomes' prime will will end early, pretty much. He will have the peak argument. Yeah. I don't think Patrick Mahomes is playing like how long Brady did. I don't think that's gonna happen. They're gonna let him bow out, but he's going to go on that little losing streak after. It's going to come. Andy Reid's going to have to retire. We all know Travis Kelce, he's going to retire. So once we see that start to fade, we already know they're building somebody else. Because that's how it goes. Somebody else has to take over. After Brady, it was all said and done with Brady, Mahomes officially took over, even though they had Brady and Mahomes in the league at the same time. This was the last years towards Brady. You know, Brady was getting ready to retire. He played about how many seasons he played once Patrick Mahomes became a starter, right? Patrick Mahomes, not 2017, but he officially became a starter in 2018. Tom Brady officially retired when? He retired, 2022, right? Or 2021 or some shit like that, right? So I think him and Patrick Mahomes together was in the league for a good maybe 4 years, something like on average, right? You guys get what I'm saying, right? So then the new guy, Brady retired, so it could be about Mahomes. So now when it happens to Mahomes, it's going to be a new guy. We don't know if it's somebody that's in the NFL already or a guy that's going to be drafted. None of us can say who, so we don't. I tell you, I definitely don't know. And we talking about not who's going to win a Super Bowl, but who's going to be the guy. I can't say it's going to be Jordan Love. I don't think it's going to be Jordan Love because Jordan Love is going to have, he'll probably have one of those Aaron Rodgers and Brett Favre storylines. And you know, they was only good for one Super Bowl, so I can't talk about them. Josh Allen, Lamar, we already know what their roles are, right? So we can't say them. You know, we already know the gatekeeping type quarterbacks. We already see that. So maybe it's somebody that's new that's going to be coming up. We don't know. Only time will tell. Yeah, I see what y'all saying. Thomas says, also Bfyre is cooking because the NFL versus the AFL is the actual Super Bowl. Yeah, the AFL has never led the Super Bowl series. It was 29-27 NFC over the AFC, and then Mahomes repeated. So now it's 29-29 NFL versus the AFL in the Super Bowl. So NFL wins. Honestly, yeah. Yeah, Thomas, yeah. For this season, yeah. See what we got here. I wonder if that's going to be first down. They probably going to give it to him as first down. Oh, 1.5 yard. He was short by 1.5 yard. So that's second down. Shit, go for it. Go for that. Go for it right now. Stop playing. Shit, go for it. Half yard short of a first down. Stop playing. Make sure to like, comment, subscribe. Here we go. Cincinnati Bengals versus the Pittsburgh Steelers. That's what we got going on. Let's see. Come on, spike the ball or whatever. I can't stand when they do that. There you go with the timeout. So that's what it is. I don't know. It was a lot of Joe Burrow talk, and we usually know how that ends up. And yes, the Steelers do get the ball back in the start of the third quarter, if that means something to anybody. Repeat? No. Rotopia says Mahomes' play hasn't been impressive in regular season compared to Lamar, Burrow, and Allen. He will turn it up during the playoffs. Yeah, that's what they usually save him for. I mean, let's just be honest at this point. Seriously, now they just save him for the playoffs to do some spectacular shit. At this point, we already know what it is. If the Bills and Ravens lose this year, and are those franchise gatekeepers? I mean, at this point, pretty much, yeah, Thomas.
Are you fucking serious?
Yeah, that's the role. At this point, we know what it is. We know what their roles are. Yeah. The Bills are what they are. Gatekeepers. Let's be honest. To be for real, the Bills don't need no Super Bowl. They don't need no Super Bowl. They're in a good state as far as money wise, right? They're already in a good state. They got a good fan base. Their fan base upstate from here is loyal as hell, bro. Right? They got a good fan base. Right? They get a new stadium. They really don't need to win. They are what they are. That's what it is. I'm telling you, listen, when you think about the Buffalo Bills, you gotta think about Goro from Mortal Kombat. You have to think about Motaro from Mortal Kombat. You got to think about Kintaro from Mortal Kombat, right? Who are they? They are the guys that you face, right? Basically, it's kind of like the gatekeeper. Pretty much. They're like gatekeepers. Goro was a gatekeeper. Motaro was a gatekeeper. Motaro was a gatekeeper. That's actually a fact. Nobody can't tell me any different, right? If you can beat them, then you can go and do well. That's what the Buffalo Bills are. You could pass the Buffalo Bills, then you have a chance to be successful in something. But the Buffalo Bills is not that team that you face in the end. That's the team that you face before you face the boss. You know what I'm saying? Then once you face that wannabe boss, once you face that gatekeeper, that door opens, and now you can face your Shang Tsung's or your Shao Kahn's once that gate opens to be the champion. That's basically exactly what the Buffalo Bills are. The 49ers are they are they are gatekeepers now. They got pushed out. Yeah, they got pushed out the big boy whip. They're gatekeepers now. Yes. Yes, that's what they are. They're gatekeepers now. That's their style. The Vikings. Yes, yes, you could put them as gatekeepers, which is so crazy though, because I think they had dropped down from being gatekeepers. A couple years ago, they were gatekeepers. Yeah, I think they even dropped down from that. Maybe they're going back to gatekeeper status, right? Um, the Saints, they were gatekeepers. Yes, but ever since Drew Brees left, they not they not gatekeepers no more.
Are you fucking serious?
They actually double P. They actually went down from being gatekeepers. Cactus says Bills, Raiders, Cowboys, 49ers are gatekeepers. They not strong. They got strong fan bases. So let's be real. They don't need to win the Super Bowl. Yeah, teams like that don't. They don't. The Raiders used to be gatekeepers. They're below gatekeepers now. To me, like the Cowboys. Man, you know what's so crazy? I don't even know what to say about them. Me personally, I would actually say they're below gatekeepers too. But we still got to put them there. Let's just put them there still, because I guess the NFL treats them like fake. Well, they're fake bosses. The NFL treats them like bosses. The media treats them like bosses. A lot of fans treat them like bosses. So I guess if you could pass them, you can have success. But honestly, to me personally, they're below gatekeepers. The Texans, I would say they're in gatekeeper status. Yeah, yeah, I could say on gatekeeper status. So what was that? Hold on. Let's see what they're talking about. So he was short of the first down. Yeah, that's gonna be short for anyone that's watching that. Yeah, first and 10. So it goes right back to Cincinnati with about 48 seconds left. 48 seconds left. Cincinnati gets the ball back. It's about to be halftime. But the Steelers get the ball back. So I guess it was one of those, we're not gonna let the Steelers get a double score. Assuming that they score in the third when the third quarter starts, right? But we're not letting them score back to back. That's what that was about. What was that? 2020 SB versus TB? Who's that? The Bears for sure are below gatekeepers. The Browns, they're not gatekeepers. They're below that. They're below that. The Cowboys are basically Lakers. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, you could say that. The Cowboys are basically the Lakers. The only thing about that, the Cowboys organization, if, at least see the Lakers. The Lakers are very popular. They can even be trash, but they're very popular, right? But at least the Lakers had won. With the last time they won was in 2020. We're talking about a Cowboy team that shit couldn't even give you nothing. Last time they gave you something was what, 95, 96 or some shit like that, right? Right? How long is that, y'all? Think about it. We are in 2025 now. I mean, come on now. What, 20 years? No. Over that. 30 years or some, 31 years. What's it going to be? 32, 33, 34, 35. What is it going to be? 60 years before the Cowboys win a championship? The Chargers with Rivera were gatekeepers. You know what's so crazy about that? I would say that the Chargers were Rivers. I'm sorry, because I was thinking about the coach, what's his name? Ron Rivera. For a second, I read that wrong. But the Chargers with Rivers were gatekeepers. I can definitely say that. I can agree with you on that one. Yes, they always struck me as gatekeepers. Always. Rivers was definitely a gatekeeper. Yes. Um, maybe to get KC to 6, but it will be his retirement year. He lose by the divisional every year for about 10 years. Damn, they'll give him 6. So it's kind of like he'll still be tied up with Brady as far as with one team, how many Super Bowls. I don't think they're going to let him get it with one. with one team. If Tom Brady was to leave, because let's just be for real, a lot of the great quarterbacks, a lot of whoever your GOAT is, because it's not too many people you put in a GOAT conversation, right? Joe Montana's, Tom Brady. Let's just be for real. They played for the teams that they played for, the main team they played for, we thought we would never see them play for another team, right? So Joe Montana, we've seen him play for another team. Tom Brady, we've seen him play for another team. Listen, people, it's not far-fetched for Patrick Mahomes to that he just don't be surprised if he was to play on another team in his later years, maybe his last 2 years or whatever. Because I do understand that contract. If that contract ends up being reconstructed or a buyout, whatever it is, right? And let's say Patrick Mahomes goes past those 10 years with the Chiefs, because that still really wouldn't be that much time anyway. He'll still. Let me see. He started in. He became a starter in 2018. He got that contract. So let's just say hypothetically that was to happen. What if we was to see Patrick Mahomes in a different jersey? Come on, we thought we wouldn't see. We wouldn't have thought we saw Brady in another jersey, right? I'm saying. And he goes on. Nah, I'm not even gonna say he goes and wins the championship somewhere else. The Lions is gonna be favored by like 11. Vegas put up the rug and then take the bag. What Super Bowl is that you talking about? I could see Mahomes in Dallas, believe it or not. Mahomes in Dallas, to tell you the truth, that would be, I'm not going to lie to you, if that was to ever happen in years to come, I would be fading Dallas Cowboys like a motherfucker. Could you understand the type of betting that would be going on if Patrick Mahomes was to ever go to the Dallas Cowboys, yo? Do you guys not understand the type of betting that would be going on if Patrick Mahomes was to become a Dallas Cowboy? Okay, so we got the Cincinnati Bengals going for field goal, y'all, before halftime with 15 seconds left. So they're going for the 27-yard field goal, and they get 6-point game, 13-7. I repeat, 13-7. What do you guys think? Now, what do you think? 13-7. Bengals up top. Now, one thing the Bengals are not doing is, they're not getting in the end zone too much, as you would think they should be, like they was doing the last couple weeks. So if the Steelers' defense is so good, their offense should be stepping it up. This should be a closer game. There's no way this game should be a blowout at all, because it's not like the Bengals is getting in the end zone like crazy. So 23-20 the final score. Yeah. What you guys think is going to be the final score of this game? Make sure y'all put who's going to win. Like if say 2023 Steelers, 2023 Bengals. Where do y'all really see this game? How do y'all really see it ending? Oh, Thomas says either way. Detroit is a small market. They don't generate revenue. They don't. They don't. But it's good that it's good. It's good to have them. Like I said, they're gonna be that fun. They're gonna be that fun team to watch. The Lions. Like I've always been saying, every team has their 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 role. The Lions is a team that's going, they're going, they're going to make it fun. They're going to make it exciting. But that's as far as they go. You know what I'm saying? So that's what that is. So it's officially halftime right now, y'all. 13-7, the Bengals on top. 13-7. For anybody that's listening, the Bengals is on top. 13-7. We are in halftime right now. That good old halftime right now. Who's their NBA comparison? James Harden, Rockets. So about the Vikings. Detroit Lions, NBA comparison. The Clippers. I don't know about that. The Clippers is more like the Clippers is more like what's their name? The Clippers is like they're kind of like they're like the Buffalo Bills. Now I'm talking about the Clippers, the Lob City Clippers, the Clippers that have been doing their thing for a good amount of years, right? Even when they had Chris Paul, what's his name, Blake Griffin. When they even when they transitioned to the what's his name, Kawhi Leonard, like the Clippers had a little run of being a team that they kept talking about having potential to win and not getting it done. That's exactly how the Buffalo Bills are. A team that you keep talking about to get it done, but they never get it done. They always fail and end. The Buffalo Bills, the Clippers were like the Buffalo Bills. I promise you, pay attention to it. The same exact thing. The same thing. It's like the Milwaukee Bucks at one point was the Milwaukee Bucks and the Baltimore Ravens was damn near the same type of team, even though the Milwaukee Bucks won a championship in 2021, right? The Baltimore Ravens, that's an organization that does win, even if it wins every 10 to 12 years, whatever the case is. They still win, but they don't win. They're overly hyped. You would think that the Ravens would be in a Chiefs position, but they're not, right? Put on a pedestal that they shouldn't be on. Milwaukee Bucks is the same as Milwaukee Bucks, Baltimore Ravens, and the Tampa Bay Lightning in hockey. They're all basically the same team.
Are you fucking serious?
They're all the same thing. And this is coming from someone that watches all sports. They're all the same thing. You know what I'm saying? Like, and we will, but it's best to do this after the NFL playoffs is off. We will do a show like that, talking about teams that are just like each other all across sports. The Ravens and Milwaukee Bucks is the same team. The Ravens, Milwaukee Bucks, and the Tampa Bay Lightning is basically like the same. They're like the same team. Dead ass. I've witnessed it the last couple years. Even though Tampa Bay won back-to-backs, they're in them COVID years. Same thing. It's got that little halftime going on. Like you and the Knicks. Oh my God! Shoulda, coulda, woulda. I can go all day with the Knicks. I don't listen. The Knicks. When it comes to comparing the New York Knicks, the New York Knicks is like. It's funny. The New York Knicks is like every single New York team across all sports. I'm dead ass. Except for You know what? I'm putting the Yankees in that category now. A couple years ago, I wasn't putting them in there, but now, yeah, all the Knicks teams, all the New York teams are just basically the same. Overly hype and they fail in the end. It just is what it is. But the Cowboys and the Yankees is pretty much the same thing. Cowboys and the Yankees, pretty much they are the same thing, bro. I cannot wait to do that. I cannot wait to do that show. But I can't do that show until football's over. That way it can make more sense to us. Because, some of these overly hyped teams that's in the playoffs now, we already know what they're going to do in a couple weeks. But we officially have to see it first. Just so we can be like, I told you so. So, JMC in the goddamn building, so my guy. He says nothing to do if it's rigged or not, but when the Bengals are leading by halftime all seasons, they win and cover the spread most of the time. Nah, it don't have to be rigged information on something like that. That's some good information put out there for anybody that's willing to take the game on the in play. That's a good gem right there. So listen to what he just said, y'all. It's nothing to do if it's rigged or not, but they win and cover the spread most of the time. The Bengals. Now, hopefully, my pick was the Bengals only because of the way the schedule was set up, right? But my in play is taking what's their name? Taking the Steelers with plus 8.5, which means the Bengals have to beat them by 2 scores. Touchdown with a field goal. Right now they up by 6. So honestly, all they really need is a field goal right now, and they'll be covering. Because then it'll put them up by 9. That's 2 scores they'll be up. I'm thinking this should be a game that ends in plus 8.5. Hopefully I don't get jerked by a 9 or a 10. Most likely a 9 or 16. Hopefully I don't get hit by that. Let's see what happens, right? But it's a close game. Shout out to everybody that's on the game. I know a lot of you guys is heavy. You guys are real heavy on, what's their name? Bengals. A lot of you guys want to see the Bengals. Yes, I do. Don't lie and say you don't. You do. Y'all want to see the Bengals. It is what it is. And you know why you guys want to see the Bengals? You want to see the Bengals because you want to see Mahomes versus Burrow. Just is what it is. We know that. Make sure y'all like, comment, subscribe, all that good shit. Wanted to chop it up with you guys during this game. Yesterday we spoke about dark horses. That was a good conversation. I'm gonna go back to that show once we see the Super Bowl, how it turned out. If there's any dark horses that happens, I'll be ready to do a review on that show once the Super Bowl is over, just to see who's closest. Even with the individual dark horse teams, because yesterday the show was about matchup, so it'll have to be a dark horse matchup. But even if one of your teams, a dark horse team, we gonna see who was correct. I'm excited to know who gonna win. Just is what it is. Let's see what we got here. Let me see what we got here. Reckless says, does Doug Williams being Jaden Daniels' mentor mean anything? Doug is from Louisiana too. Nah, 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 no. It's not gonna happen. Is anything possible? Yeah, but here's the thing about this Reckless. Yeah, he's from Louisiana. But guess what? Like I said yesterday, they already won. He already exceeded expectations already. That right there, Doug is from Louisiana. The Super Bowl happens to be in Louisiana. Jaden Daniels takes the Washington Commanders to the playoffs. That's actually a win in itself. That's gonna look good for him when it's time to do his contract in a couple years. You get what I'm saying? So you get what I'm saying, right, Reckless? So that right there is a win in itself. What I try to tell people is there's only one team that can win the Super Bowl, right? Which we all know. But not every single team, but most teams can also have a winning year when it comes to the business sense of football. You know what I'm saying? Like Washington Commanders, this is already a good thing for them just to even be playing in the playoffs. Soon, in a couple years, we're going to be talking about this year. You know what I mean? That's how it happens. We're going to be talking about that, which means it was a success in itself. And then also with the fact that they're trying to get the old name back, I think they're going to get the old name back, to tell you the truth. They probably would. They might as well. I think they'll just probably give them the old name back. Things will probably be looking bright for their organization, right? Because they won't be that last place team for a while. I think it will probably be the Giants for a while. Remember, it used to be Dallas, Philly fighting for that top spot, but then the Giants would be like third right there, and then Washington Commanders, they was the one being ass. So it might flip the Giants to be ass in last place for a while. Even though Washington and the Giants been fighting for that last place spot for the last couple years, but if Jaden Daniels keeps it up, if the NFL keeps his script up like this, then most likely, yeah, he can be a third place type of quarterback. You know what I'm saying? So yeah. So it's already a success. It's already a success in itself for the Washington Commanders. They actually did good for that. You know what I mean? So that's actually a good that's a good find right there though. Good shit on that one. Thomas says, Bfyre, remember you said Washington does good in election year? Washington Capitals top of the NHL. That's right. Notice that, right? Because Washington Capitals went on a little slump, right, for the last couple of years. Just a couple of years. Now they back on top. Ironically, right? On election year. Washington the Washington organizations usually do good during election year. Even if they don't always go to the playoffs, they always ring bells. If you just like check back on all the years Washington, let's say football played, or every 4 years, even if they didn't win Super Bowls, their name was always talked about in the NFC with something, whether because of the players, whether it has something to do with the owners. They was never like, let's just say, the Washington, Arizona Cardinals. See, you don't really hear shit about the Arizona Cardinals at all, right? Nothing. They're a losing team. You don't really hear much about Kyler Murray anymore. You don't really hear about no drama going on, whether good or bad. You don't hear nothing. They're just a silent, losing team, right? But see, Washington Commanders, aka the Redskins, if you check every 4 years, and just maybe like Google things and probably remember things, there's always some type of controversy, something with one of the players, something. They was always there every 4 years during election years. So yeah, that's a little gem for you guys. Just pay attention to Washington Commanders or the Redskins every 4 years. So do the same thing in 2028. It's Washington, D.C. They're going to make sure they do good. They're going to make sure they talked about some way or another. It always happens. Never fails. We see it happening in hockey right now with Washington Capitals. There you go. That's a good one. Lorenzo, my guy. Oh, you made it. Stafford knocks out his old team in a conference game and wins the Super Bowl and retires. That would be dope. I actually want to see the Lions and the Rams in the playoffs. Somehow we got to see it some way, depending on the seeding of the Lions, right? I'm looking forward to. I actually do want to see that again. Unless the NFL tries to keep us away from that, because they already know a small person will put their money on Matthew Stafford this time. So maybe they'll just try to avoid that, but hopefully they don't avoid that. Hopefully they got something else going on. Yeah, I don't see it. I don't see it happening, but that would be a good story. I would love to see that happen. Right? I would love to see that happen. Let's see that happen. Rams beat the Lions in the WC. I hope that. Listen, I hope so. The way I feel about the Lions, what I said about the Lions is, you got to at least make it to the Super Bowl. Nothing else. Just make it to the Super Bowl. All the hype that they've been giving y'all, just make it to the Super Bowl. I don't want to hear about nothing else, to be honest with you. I don't want to hear about nothing else. You guys got to go to the Super Bowl. Whether you win or not, that's it. Nothing else. I watched the chat on the last live stream. Where is the guy that said the Ravens wasn't going to the division by beating the Browns? Who was it? Y'all got to start writing people's names down from now on. Or whenever y'all see something interesting like that, screenshot it, so we know who said that. Listen, people. I said Ravens was winning that division, even when they were struggling. That wasn't a hard pick, bro. Ravens is gonna win the division. Y'all should have went crazy on that one. Just like Packers making the playoffs, y'all should have went crazy on that one. There's no way the Ravens wasn't gonna win. There's no way that was gonna happen. The Lions will go, the Chiefs won't. The Rams to the Super Bowl. Deadpool did say Rams and Chiefs in his joke, right? B, you already know that. Listen, I want to see that. I want to see that, Reckless. I really do. I know all of you guys probably like, yo, B, let it go. I just want to see it, bro. I don't care who the quarterbacks are. It don't got to be Mahomes, bro. It don't have to be Matthew Stafford. I just want to see it. Just let me see that. Honestly, I'll be so happy if that happens, bro. I would be so happy. I'm like, oh shit, my dark horse, some shit that I said, yo, it's the chance it can happen. I would love to see that. Because you know what? We got to think about it like this, too. How many people is Patrick Mahomes going to lose to in the Super Bowl? Right? Like, think about it. All the times he does go to the Super Bowl, how many people they're going to let him lose to? It's kind of like Brady, right? So Brady went to the Super Bowl as a collective 10 times, right? He went to the Super Bowl as a collective 10 times. He won 7 of them. He lost 3. But just because he lost 3 Super Bowls don't mean that he lost to 3 quarterbacks. You see what I'm saying? He only lost to 2 quarterbacks, right? Eli Manning and Nick Foles. Eli Manning two times. So maybe it could be a thing with Patrick Mahomes to where like he don't lose to too many people. Tom Brady, that's one person he lost to in the Super Bowl. I'm pretty sure it'll be somebody else in the NFC that has his number. But it's not going to be too many people that has Patrick Mahomes' number in the Super Bowl that Patrick Mahomes is going to lose to. And that's the reason why I feel funny about Lions versus Chiefs Super Bowl, because what a lot of you guys, not you guys per se, but what a lot of people is not thinking about is Jared Goff's script. They have his script. See, people love to talk about Joe Burrow being Patrick Mahomes' nemesis. Why nobody ever talks about Goff being Patrick Mahomes' nemesis? You see what I'm saying? He's the one that usually beats Patrick Mahomes, right? So if anyone that knows that, you sure you want to see a Lions versus Chiefs Super Bowl? I'm just saying. Hold on 1 second. Yeah. Let me stop this here. I don't think I need that part anymore. So you get what I'm saying? I just want you guys to know that he's gonna have the best of him. So how's that line gonna look? Are we gonna have Goff beat Mahomes? I mean, he has the best of him. Or are you guys gonna say, well, he has the best of Goff when it counts, aka the playoffs or Super Bowl, things like that. I mean, wasn't it like that with Brady and Manning, right? Manning usually had the quote unquote best of Brady during the season, but when it counted, Tom Brady was the guy that was winning, right? How many championships did Peyton Manning have? 2. Right? They made sure he stayed in the AFC with Brady. But Brady has 6 Super Bowls coming from the AFC. He only has 1 in the NFC. Peyton Manning been out. Right? But Tom Brady, how many? 1, 2. Tom Brady had about 4 while Peyton Manning was in the league. He had 4, if I'm not mistaken. No, he has 4. Yes, because five that was against the Falcons, and Peyton Manning, that was his first year of retirement. So yeah. And then Brady won 2 more after that. Beating the Rams again to get his number 6, and then with Tampa Bay his number 7. So yeah, so you guys get what I'm saying? So we got to think about that. We can't just jump and say Patrick Mahomes versus Goff. Yeah, you got to think about the matchup though. I'm reading you guys' comments, by the way. That's why I'm quiet. Mahomes threw for 330 yards in 333 Stadium. Well, you're missing a 3, but yeah, I get what you mean. Fixed by the numbers. Yeah, remember when we broke that down? Oh, it was a random YouTube guy that said that. Yeah, random YouTube guy's not here today. He was in the chat yesterday too. Man, random YouTube guy, if you're listening, they getting at you, son. 13-7 third quarter right now. 13-7 third quarter for those that can't watch the game. It is 13-7 third quarter. Let's see. I don't know. Bengals may get in the end zone. If Bengals get in the end zone, I mean, hey, I guess it's how we called it, right? Bengals win this game, right? Bengals win this game, and they just wait to see what happens tomorrow. I think the game that they're gonna put on everybody's heels is gonna be. I don't want to say that Broncos game, bro, because somebody could save the Broncos. Let's see. I don't know what the thing. Man, it seems like they score, but they'll be up 20-7, be up by 13. I would just need the Steelers to score a touchdown at this point, because I'm going to assume that Bengals is gonna score. Whenever you're at the red zone to me, I'm just gonna say you're gonna score. I'm gonna always assume you score then not score. That's just what I'm gonna say. If it happens, it happens. If it doesn't, whatever. But you just always have to assume that they're gonna score a touchdown. Let's go. Let's see. Yep. Oh wow. Yep. Sack. Now they gotta go for the field goal. They're gonna hit that, of course. They'll be up by 9. Now Joe Burrow all of a sudden can't get hurt. Ironically, y'all, Joe Burrow, here he goes. Breaking news. Well, this is fake breaking news, but yeah, Joe Burrow is down from sack, y'all. Anybody that is listening, I repeat, Joe Burrow is down from a sack. Seemed like he hit his head. Got some turf in the helmet. They're checking him. No need to panic. You know they're going to still let him play. It's to scare people. But yeah, Joe Burrow's doing his little fake injury thing right now, y'all. For anybody that's tuned in. So anybody that's a lot better, whatever way you want to go, just think about it. Smith and West. Smith and West, I repeat, Smith and West in the building. (13-7) still. They damn near at the almost at the red zone, basically. Timeout right now. So we're going to see what happens with Joe Burrow. Most likely, once we get out the commercial break, he's going to be good. Ain't nothing going to be wrong with him, and he's going to be all right. No need to be alarmed, y'all. Ain't nothing going to happen to him. They just want to scare people. I'll be surprised. But I'll be surprised if he's like dizzy or fake limping for the fourth quarter just to scare people. We're going to see. At this point, this might as well be a tight game. They might as well make this a tight game. It's already 13-7, so it's a 6-point game. They go for the field goal. They'll be up by 9. Our 8.5 could be in question. But we're going to think positive on that one. Because I don't believe in 9.5. 9.5 don't make no sense to me. I believe in 8.5. I believe in 10.5. But honestly, I don't even trust 10s that much either. In between those numbers, I'll go 8 or 11. I'll feel better with an 11 than 10. There's been plenty of times I got with that 10. So let's see right now. Let's see what they're talking about. Ends up on top of Joe Burrow. Okay. So Joe Burrow is going into the tent right now. So listen, everybody, Joe Burrow is in the medical tent right now. He is in the medical tent. For anybody that's wondering. What do you guys think of that? Uh-oh. Let's see what happens. Going for that field goal. Yeah, that was a nice one. Yeah. It is what it is. Ain't that kicker? Yeah, he is. A matter of fact, yes, he is. I don't need to ask that question. I already know that. So it's 16-7 right now. What y'all think? You think the Steelers are gonna make a little run? I mean, they playing in Pittsburgh. Usually they do. Usually they make runs like that. I don't know. What y'all think? The winner of the Packers and the Rams makes the Super Bowl. Man, don't hype me up that much. You already know I'm looking forward to that. That'll be dope. That'll be real dope. Wait, hold on. Yeah. So the Steelers can slide down to the 6. Yes, they can slide down to the 6. Okay, yeah, I know I wasn't bugging when I said that. Grotopia said if the Packers stay in the 7th seed, 0 chance they get to the Super Bowl. I can understand that. That's a fair thing to say. Very fair thing to say. At some point, I was kind of like, I didn't know what to think at first too. I really didn't. I'm like, I don't know. Oh, we still here. Yeah, we still live, right? Hold on. Let me make sure. Okay. Yeah. We are. All right. No. I had a little scared I had a little scared for a second. Yeah, we still here. Oh, what's that about? What the hell is this? I'm surprised, man. Stop talking about Tomlin. I read something about Tomlin. Like I said, Green Bay hosts the NFL draft this April. Yeah, you already know how that goes. When you host, you do good. You do good. I mean, what at least win one round in the playoffs, right? Stafford won his Super Bowl. What was that? That was an interesting comment. Stafford won his Super Bowl in New Orleans. Sugar Bowl. I'm sorry, Sugar Bowl. Yeah. When he was with Yeah. Okay. Yeah. When he was with Georgia, right? The winner of the Packers Rams was well succeed. Let's see what we got here. Green Bay. I'm more confident in the Ravens if Pittsburgh wins this game. I mean I don't think they're gonna give us Pittsburgh versus the Ravens though. That's the crazy part. I don't think they're gonna give us that. That's the reason why I'm kinda doubting the Steelers in a way. I just want it to be a close game. I mean, imagine they just run out with this game. My thing is, why don't they just let Justin Fields play? Not to be funny, why don't they just let Justin Fields play if this is real? I'm gonna keep saying, if this is real, why don't you just let Justin Fields play? Honestly, I would put Justin Fields in. They get the 6th seed. They drop down to the 6th. They get what's his name? They get Lamar again. Is that what they're trying to give us? A division playoff game? Because most likely we'll probably see division playoff games somewhere in the NFC as well, right? We just don't know what the final standings are, right? They might as well just give us Texans versus Steelers, right? If the Steelers win, but that's if the Steelers win. Maybe we're just speaking too early. We're going by what we want to see, not what it is. That's probably what it is. They gave Doc that NBA cut. Oh, I can't stand Doc Rivers, bro. But I am high on the Milwaukee Bucks this year and or next year, which is wild. I am. I am. Wow, couldn't even hang on to that. He is ass. Somebody, who was it that said they had the Pickens touchdown earlier in the stream? You said you had the Pickens touchdown. Well, I don't know. Looking a little bit sus. They gave Doc the NBA. Yeah, he ass though. Tomlin loves a close game. Well, you know what? Give me a close game, bro. Give me a close game. That's what I want, y'all. Tomlin needs to give us a close game. What the Eddie Life say? He said Chicago Bears traded the quarterback Justin Fields to the Pittsburgh Steelers for 2025 sixth-round draft choice that becomes a fourth-round pick if Fields plays 51% of Pittsburgh snaps in 2024. So then basically, since he didn't, it's a wrap for that, right? Because he didn't play 50% of their snaps. Didn't they sit him down fast? Blackbird McKnight, ooh, came in just in time. What's up, my guy? Chopping it up in this crazy ass game right now. You see how this game is going. For anyone that just tuned in, for anyone that's not watching the game, it's 16-7. We're in the third quarter right now. The Steelers is playing like ass. They playing like they getting their anal captivity busted open right now. Because it is. Their anal captivity is getting busted open crazy right now. The Bengals is looking good. Like we said, so far, looks like the Bengals are going to, so far, I'm just saying so far, game not over, but so far it's looking like they might win and they can rest easy, well, at least for the night, and then the madness starts tomorrow about, where they stand. That's what I call, that's what it's looking like so far. But as far as in play and betting, I have plus 8.5 with the Steelers. Meaning that, Cincinnati Bengals will have to beat them by 2 scores. Right now, they are beating them by 2 scores. The fourth quarter hasn't arrived, so hopefully it still ends up a tough game. And, Bengals could still win, but the Ravens lose a close one. So let's see if that happens. And Reaper says, how about Sam Darnold and Baker Mayfield were both on the Panthers? Now they both starting in playoffs, and the Panthers is still ass. The script for Tomlin is to keep getting by a half and better, basically. 50% better, 500 better. Record. He already has a Super Bowl. Yeah, shout out to Lorenzo on that one. That's right. They already gave the black guy a Super Bowl. They gave the black man a Super Bowl already. That's it for him. He ain't not winning another Super Bowl again. But we will always make sure you are the black coach that always stays at least with the half a pie. What's the half a pie? AKA 50%. 50% equals to 500. Right? That means 50% in sports. They're going to evaluate Joe Burrow for a concussion. Did y'all just hear that? Or he's going to come back in the game. No. They're going to reevaluate him. I'm sorry. Honestly, at this point, all Cincinnati Bengals got to do is run it. Imagine I lose by a half a point. That would be crazy, right? By 9. I would. The only way is I would try to have to see if I can find. Well, I can in play you find one of those end plays to where the Steelers win by a certain amount of points, right? Like you can get the Steelers margin if the Steelers win by what is that? Not 1-6. No, you can get Steelers 7 to. No, they locked that though. Oh no, well they locked everything because of a call. Pittsburgh Steelers 1 to 13 points. I mean, that would be like the only best bet. Pittsburgh, you know what's so crazy? Pittsburgh Steelers, not Pittsburgh Steelers, because they're losing. That's the reason why it's like that. Cincinnati Bengals by 1 to 13 is -240. I was just catching them since if you can catch Cincinnati Bengals at winning by 13 and 18, you get them by +370. This game is looking like it's looking like I don't want to play this game. We're just gonna lock in. We're gonna go to 6. Well, we still gotta know. We gotta still see what the Chargers do, right? Because if the Chargers take a L, yeah, I don't know. To me, I mean, we still at the fourth quarter. Mike Tomlin, you usually could see. You usually could see when he's throwing the game. He usually shows a lot with Mike Tomlin. I said the Dodgers take a L to Las Vegas. Can't see it. Steelers is selling right now. Well, that's what I'm saying. Like, so then it'll still be the Steelers versus. It'll still okay. If Steelers lose, you think the Chargers win? Like I said, they got to switch. Yeah, so then we'll see the Ravens versus the Chargers in the playoffs. The Harbaugh brothers, once again. If they want to avoid that, the Steelers can lose, but the Chargers can also lose again as well, and then the seeding will still stay in its place as far as the 5th and the 6th. That's why I say that. And we get the Steelers versus the Texans. A little boring first round. We're going to see the Chargers versus Texans. That's how it's going to switch. I don't know about that. Jamar Chase is doing good. But, I mean, this game, as far as who we thought was going I'm sorry. Who we thought was going to win, we already know who's winning. It seems like this is going to be a game. Pretty, I'm not going to lie. To me, it seems like this game is over. I really think this game is over. Yeah, that's another thing too. Yeah, they lucky that. And another reason why I feel suspect about this game is okay. What Pittsburgh loses the game, but they don't get their ass tore up. Meaning, like, they don't get blown out by Cincinnati scoring so many touchdowns. Because most of their scores was, as you can tell, because they got 16, you can clearly tell it's been field goals. 7 to 10, 10 to 13, 13 to 6, all field goals. That's what I said. Anyone that's high on the Steelers, the Steelers is the Steelers. You know what you're getting from them, bro. They ass, and they don't got no heart like the Scarecrow. Show me the champ. I'll get his bone like marrow. Like, come on. You know what I'm saying? So, let's see. What I see here. 850. That's kind of good right there. I ain't even know that. All right. Yeah, I don't know. I personally think this game is over. 6 straight losses to end zone. So let me see. See what we got going on here. 16. So I want to see if they score. That's what I'm waiting for. I'm see if they're gonna score. I ain't gonna lie, it's kind of looking like it. Don't you hate when they take too long with commercials and shit? The Steelers is losing in the wild card round. I mean, at this point, the Steelers is. I ain't gonna lie. A lot of people be high on Steelers, but I just be thinking they boring, bro. To me, they games just be boring as hell. They're serious. This should be ass. Just the Cincinnati Bengals is having injuries with Cody Ford and T. Higgins. They're questionable. The Steelers honestly should be coming back in this game, assuming this is real, right? All right, let's see what happens right now. That was a dope ass catch. It's about to be it's a wrap, bro. I think it's a wrap. I think it's a wrap, bro. I know this type of momentum. I see this momentum all the time in football. This game's over. This game, I ain't gonna lie, y'all. This game over, bro. Now it's about how much do they win by. Tomorrow gonna be interesting. The way it looks, I think Denver gonna eliminate Cincinnati Bengals tomorrow. I think it's possible that they eliminate them. 2020 Steelers, 2024 Steelers. Yeah, almost the same thing. Right? 11-0 and end up 1-5. Got bumped out the first round by the Cleveland Browns. Yeah, I remember that. The Bengals score again. I'm hopping on my PlayStation. Listen. They're gonna score again. If they score again, the live we gonna end this live for today. Cause the game's over. We pretty much know what it is. They put TJ Watt in. Like, what is he gonna do? He's not gonna do nothing. I usually hate when they talk about defensive players. They don't be doing shit like that. So is Russell Wilson? Is he gone? What you mean after this? After this year? I think they're gonna go forward with Justin Fields being a starter next year. I'll say that. I'll say that. That's what I personally think. I'm waiting for the play. I'm not gonna lie to you. That was a good play that was a good stop by the Steelers. But I cannot stand that play. I think that's the most stupidest play. If you're gonna throw the ball, you throw it forward. Why am I throwing it to the side or who's on the side to me? Because I'm not gaining no yards. It's easy for the defense to catch him. I think you should always throw the ball forward, bro. Them side passes to who's on the left and who's to the right of you, I think that's one of the stupidest plays ever in football. I'm sorry. I never found it. I don't know the reason for. I think it's stupid. Wow. Oh yeah, they're gonna score again. They're gonna score again. If not a touchdown, they're gonna get a field goal. That was a good play by Joe Burrow. He got it out. Now they got a first down. This game is pretty much over. So now Cincinnati Bengals, they did their part. 'Cause I'm pretty sure they was gonna do their part. They do their part. Now it's about what the Steelers do. Not the Steelers. It's all about what it does. what Denver does tomorrow. What is tomorrow? What is Denver going to do? I think Denver's going to do their part. I think so. But we already know it's going to be a this game probably most likely going to be a blowout. It just is what it is. I'm paying attention. Obviously the game's on mute, and I love to pay attention to the body language. And that's the good part, that this game's on mute as I'm talking about the game, and it's really showing me this game's over. Are they gonna have them go do some? Hold on. Damn, stepped out of bounds. They're going to have the Steelers run in again. I mean, they usually have them do that again, but it's already going to be too late. What, they'll get 14 points, what, at best? The Bengals is good for 19 or 23 points. Either or. But yeah, pretty much we already know what's going to happen. We already know the Steelers is not going to win the game. There's no expectations on the Steelers to win this game. It wouldn't make no sense. The Bengals would have to win this game for sure, obviously. Let me see some. Okay. Carson Wentz got his script. Yeah, we gonna see what they do with him. Carson Wentz throwing five interceptions, right? Come on, let me see they score. You don't see honestly, at this point, it don't even matter for the Chargers. It seems like the Chargers is locked in anyway. It's more about seedings. Yeah, Saquon Barkley's sitting out tomorrow. On Lobo's Pick'em show, my two locks was the Giants and the Jets. I know y'all probably calling me crazy and all that, but yeah, I really said the Giants and the Jets.
Are you fucking serious?
Well, it is what it is, right? And so, incomplete. So, 16-7, fourth down. They're going to go for, was it tip? They're going to go for the field goal. So, it'll be 19-7. They'll be down by 12. So field goal is not good enough for the 8.5, but another touchdown will at least be good. Make it 14-19, and that's a 5 point. That's 5. 5 has been very popular this year too, by the way, y'all. Just to let you know. Yes, I picked the Giants and the Jets for the locks in football. I'm telling you, I'm not going to just do easy games. I know that. I don't like to pick easy games all the time. I'm going to pick certain games or things that make sense. I mean, that's just me. I really do think the Giants and the Jets could pull it off tomorrow. I feel more confident in the Jets than the Giants, though. But it seems like the Eagles is locked in where they're at. That's why I say that. They'll let the Jets win their last game at home. That's the reason why I picked the Giants and the Jets as the locks. If it happens, it happens. If it don't, but usually things like that happen. So New York to pick to the Giants and the Jets. Yeah, I don't. Now, if it's a risky bet, don't take that, y'all, at all, because I don't want to be to blame at all if anybody tells that. That's something that I will do on my own, right? Now, you want to do it individually, do 2 individual tickets. Feel better on that one, because at least if you do go 1-1, you would do good. The Jets is damn near plus. They're even money right now. And the Giants, you'll get underdog money. So if you go 1-1, you would still break even or maybe win a little bit more. But if both win, you're good. Now, if you lose both, feel me? So nobody wants to see Bo Nix versus Josh Allen. No. That's why I think if we do see that, they're just gonna blow them out. See, here's another thing too. I want you guys to remember. Most likely, Josh Allen's gonna get the MVP, right? Usually, the guy that gets MVP, they're gonna make sure he has smooth sailing for the first round. Do you guys notice that? You gotta remember that. Right, if we at Bo Nix, Josh Allen, Buffalo, Denver probably gets blown out. They're gonna let Josh Allen should be good for at least two. They should be good for at least 2 games in the playoffs if you're gonna get MVP. I gotta remember who's gonna get MVP. They're gonna give him the MVP. It is what it is. I'm not high on the Bills, but you gotta look at the business part of things. Now, here's the thing too. We just gotta see what the Chargers do tomorrow, because everything can still stay the same. But with the way Russell Wilson is playing, it's a boring game. They're not talking. I know these type of games. Bro, I'm just paying attention to the game. They're not putting the camera on Russell Wilson that much, which means I know for sure they're not talking about him as much. That's why I keep the game on mute. The camera's not on Russell Wilson as much as it is. That's how I can tell, okay, yeah, this game is ass. I mean, it's booty cheeks. What's so crazy, Thomas? I know you said Allen is good for at least one game because he plays Lamar in the second round. What if him or Lamar loses to the point where they don't even face each other in the next round? It's a possibility that can happen. Remember, we have high hopes on both of them, which means one of them got to go. Somebody got to go. That's what it is. 19-17 in the fourth quarter, y'all. (19-7) in the fourth quarter. That's why I said don't even listen to TJ Watt. TJ Watt's ass. Mike Tomlin, really never believed in that guy. All right, what we got here? What we got going on here? All right, let's go. Let's go. Almost could have got that first down. Who is that? Newton? What we got here, y'all? But I'm sorry. Yeah, but the thing is, they can't do nothing though. You know what I'm saying? Okay, they on the other side of the field. All right, let's go. Like Russell. What kind of throw is that? Okay, they get the first down. They get the first down. What are they on a 45? They're like on a little 45. They move the chains just a little bit. That was to Najee Harris. Okay, so it seems like they moving the chains right now, y'all. Are we going to get a close game towards the end or not? Let's see. I can see Russell Wilson throwing an interception. He just gives that. Oh, y'all got to keep the ball in your hands, though. Another first down for the Steelers, y'all. What y'all think? Do y'all think we were speaking too fast or they still got some life? Steelers got hurt. Or Najee Harris hurt? A little fake hurt. What y'all think? Another first down for Pittsburgh back to back. So they're at least good for what they call that? They're at least good for a field goal based on where they're at. They're at near the 20, right? or the 30, in between. I'm blind sometimes. I'm sorry about that. 19-7 in the fourth quarter. For anyone that's listening. What is Russell Wilson gonna do? Is he gonna throw an interception in the end zone? We all know he's good for that. Is somebody gonna fumble? We need to know. Something gonna happen. It's just all about knowing what's gonna happen. Let me show some stupid commercials too. So yeah. Anyway, I got stuck with those stupid commercials. The Bengals. See, what? Can I ask you a question though? What if we are overlooking the Miami, and we just keep thinking about Denver and Chiefs? I'm just asking. What if, because we've all seen that too. The teams that we overlook, there's always the teams that win. Dead serious. I don't know. I'm just saying. I don't know. I don't know. Don't be surprised if you see a fumble or interception. There you go. Let's see. Right now. Russell Wilson. Wait, time out. Yeah, incomplete. Wow. Yeah, let me say something, guys. You have to pay attention to when they start talking about a player out of the blue. The way they've been talking about Pickens this year gives me the sense that he's going to be one of them players that they're going to talk about him maybe next year as well, and then you'll never hear about him again. Oh, Wilson with the first down. Okay, I'm surprised. All right, but yeah, Pickens, he gives me that type energy. Like we're gonna hear from him at least next year, and then after that, he's not gonna be no factor, bro. He's one of those that you get your little time right now, and that's it. It happens too much to players. I just don't like. I know only one team can win, but I hate. Here you go. Oh shit! Touchdown Steelers, y'all. Touchdown Steelers, y'all. Touchdown Steelers, y'all. You gonna need me to say 3 times again like Umar Johnson? Touchdown Steelers, y'all. Touchdown Steelers, y'all. Touchdown Steelers, y'all. In my Dr. Umar voice. Y'all already know that. And once again, like I always say, I appreciate every single one of y'all that's rocking with me, that's listening to the stream, that's gonna listen to the playback. Cause you know I get big numbers on the playback. And the guys in the chat, I really rock with y'all. So I mean, what y'all guys think? What y'all guys think? I mean, are we gonna see a little change now? Anybody that's root for Cincinnati Bengals at home, should they be scared now? I don't know. Let me know. Do we got a game now? I mean, Joe Burrow did get hurt, so is he gonna fall back for a little bit? Let me know. It's 19-14. It's a 5-point game now. They just let him go. Yes, they did. They just let him go. I saw that. They just let him go because they had to let the game. You had to make it a little close. But yeah, I'm looking at what you guys are saying in the comments. They literally just let him go. We already know what that was about. So yeah, so y'all understand where we go with this? This to anybody else that's tuning in. This is the reason why we say what we say. That right there, what kind of coverage was that? They just let him go in. They just let him run in. Forget about who I'm rooting for. Forget about who I need to cover. They just let him go in. So you guys see what we say and why we say the things that we say? It's a suspect. They just let him run in.
Are you fucking serious?
My man Yeti said too much money came in on Cincinnati. Mike got a point there. And actually, yes, it was a lot of money on Cincinnati too, by the way, yeah. I just turned the other cheek on that one. I was like, Repeat says no Tua. Oh, Tua not playing? You know what's so crazy? Repeat. What if they win still? Miami Super Bowl is going to be when they is always going to be when they was undefeated. Yeah, I agree with that. I agree with that. I agree with that because that was special. That was special. It could be something that's never going to be touched. You know what I'm saying? One of those things that will always be there. Right? It will always be there. One of those records that will be 300 years old, and notice how I said 3, right? It'll be like 300 years old, never touched. I can see that because if you think about it, Miami did they did the only thing no other team could do, right? The NFL made sure they was undefeated, literally lost no games at all. That's just like perfect, right? It's like a diamond in the rough. What perfect? That's it. We're not going to touch that no more. I don't like certain things to be touched. Even though I wasn't alive for that Miami run, but just thinking about it, right? Don't touch that again. It's perfect. You know what it reminds me of? It reminds me of the movie Terminator 2 with Evil T-1000, right? You never redo that movie. You never redo Evil T-1000 ever. You never have him play Evil T-1000 again. You know how movies come out 20 years later and have another part, and then that old guy, the bad guy, they try to redo him or have him come back. Now you never do that. T-1000, to me, that was the perfect villain. You don't touch him ever again. You don't recreate that. You don't touch that ever again. That's how I feel about the Miami Dolphins undefeated season. You leave it just like that. No team should ever be able to do that again. That's Miami's accomplishment right there. Hence why they have never won, even with Dan Marino. Hey B, we write the script now in the game. Live betting is determining the outcome of these games now. Absolutely. You can tell. That's another reason why shit is on mute. Looking at the whole what is that? Looking at the body language, you can tell it has a lot to do with the betting. I'm pretty sure there's still a lot of people that's cocky on Cincinnati Bengals and was pounding them even more when Pittsburgh was on that drought. Now this game ain't over, so we can't just get all that happy. But as long as it stays under one touchdown, shit, lose by 8. But now I'm not gonna say because there's other people that got other bets too. You know. Native Baltimore. It's good, my guy. You made it. So what up, Bfyre? I was at the Raven game today. I know that shit was just like a easy peasy blowout, right, Baltimore? Like, right? It was like a easy ass game for you guys, right? Like no sweat to the T, right? And and I win the division at that. Baltimore in the building. The whole Missouri thing had to do with Barkley sitting. Dickerson is a ran with the record. They didn't let him break that record. Yeah. Which I found to be weird. But are they being scared? You know, they being scared to make sure he don't get hurt or something, because whether it's real or fake, right? They can still be a risk, because you can actually get hurt for real on this fake shit. So are they like trying to be safe with it? I find it funny how I don't want the Eagles to win at all, but I find it funny with this 26 that's been going on a lot. 26, that's that 8 number. I've been on that 8 number for a couple years now with you guys, right? Barkley's 26, right? So Barkley's 26. I don't know. I maybe I'm just overthinking it, but I noticed something. Texas is going against OSU. That's the 8th and the 5th seed, right? The 8th and the 5th seed. Texas 5, Ohio State 8. 8 plus 5 is 13. Penn State and Notre Dame. Notre Dame is 7, Penn State is 6. 7 plus 6 and 13. 1 3 and 1 3 equals 2 6. And also that 3 3 is also involved. That shit didn't seem weird to y'all. That shit had me thinking, is Barkley gonna win? Because I was like, yo, a little fun thought. What if Penn State was to win the Natty, and then the Eagles was to win the championship? Barkley did play for Penn State, right? That would be some funny shit. Now, I know this is a stretch, so I don't want to hear nothing from it like, oh, no, you ODing. That's not going to happen. I know it's not going to happen. But I had a little thought one time when I closed my eyes one time. I was like, what if that shit happens?
Are you fucking serious?
26, the AFC championship game, January 26th. Also 26 is the end of the alphabet. Yeah, it was easy. The Browns didn't even want to play. You could tell. That's what I'm saying. At some point, people gotta call it bullshit when they see it. People's being jerked. Fans, everybody. It's bullshit. 4th down on the Steelers. You know the Steelers is blowing it up now. See, here we go. This game ain't over yet. Cincinnati still has a chance to blow the game out the water. So, yeah, it's Russell Wilson, what you expect. So, yeah. Steelers better off waiting until the last minute if they want to win. So, my game, right? Yeah, because this is a wrap now. Steelers recovered. Ravens fell to 8-5 with a loss to Philly, and we know Kobe and Philly. Yeah, still get the ball back. Native Baltimore, Bfyre. I was thinking, what if both teams with a bye lose, just like college? It's absolutely possible. So you're saying the Chiefs and, well, we don't know about the NFC yet. Wouldn't that be crazy if that was to happen? That would be weird. That would be crazy. I would love to see how NFL would be the fans would be in a frenzy if that was to happen. The Lions and Chiefs that early, I don't know. Assuming the Lions get the number 1 seed. So the Steelers is getting the ball back. So that's good for our Steelers plus 8.5, y'all. That is good for our Steelers plus 8.5, y'all. I'm going to say it one more time, Umar style. that is good for our 8.5, y'all. B, you going live when the playoff brackets are set? Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Absolutely. I cannot wait. Yo, Joe, listen, anybody that bet on George Pickens, I know y'all tight. He literally is taking away everybody's parlays, bro. Y'all see this? This game is actually some bullshit. It happened with the Packers and the Titans in 2022. With the early outs. Yeah, yep. Cactus Jackson, this game's some bullshit. I mean, actually it is. Let's start with the let's start with the Kobe connection, please. Yo, y'all stupid. Niggas say putting Kobe in everything, right? 6 + 2 8. Yo, y'all crazy. Y'all making me laugh. Stop. Shit, stop putting Kobe in everything. Hitting all the unders on his props. Like, yeah, yo, bro. Yo, Pickens is taking everybody's money away. The Steelers need a field goal here. Do not score now, Russell. I don't know. Yeah, honestly, as crazy as it sounds, don't score now, Russell. But he'll do some dumb shit. Oh, Thomas says, glad I don't bet. Yeah, that should have had you going crazy, especially when you betting on stupid people like Russell Wilson in this game, kind of like myself, right? Yeah, I know how I feel about him. I'm just betting on the business part of things, no matter who their quarterback was. But the reason why I don't feel like the Steelers will win this game is because they keep getting sacked. The Bengals can get that 2007 Giants script. Well, they gotta. If that's the case, then like the people need to be fading the Broncos tomorrow, then, because that's the only way that can happen. Because still, the Bengals are gonna win this game. So it's all about the Broncos. Man, what a stop. That's a stop. But we got a flag down right now, y'all. So what's going to happen? As soon as Russell Wilson let that ball go, then the flag came out? Yeah. I mean, pretty much is a wrap. This is not on Cincinnati. Cincinnati gonna get the ball back. Cincinnati can just run the ball, but maybe go for the field goal. And if this game can end in 8, y'all, that would be perfect. Adrian, yeah, I had Pickens anytime touchdown. The 14-date number, it ain't gonna hit. It looking like he can't get in the field goal, bro. Nobody, you know, so crazy. Nobody's scoring for Pittsburgh. I can't agree with it, with the NFL being racist. I don't want to say racist, but they have a tradition. Let me just say that. I think it's just they have a tradition. You know, the NFL. See, the NFL. The NFL wasn't created by a black man. It just is what it is. It wasn't the business itself. NFL wasn't created by a black man. They didn't create it. So the powers that be created it. So if they want to keep it in their families, so to say, right? I mean, that's how it is. And it, you know, the culture, the religion or whatever, the race that created the NFL, they're always going to be at the top. It just is what it is. They created it. It just is what it is. I wouldn't even really call it a racist thing. I think is everybody has to know their place. But it does bring, yeah, black quarterbacks with braids in their hair usually, sometimes don't fit the narrative. That was just something. That was just something random. Don't mind me. So what? I mean, it's 2 minutes and 39 seconds left. Ravens, Bengals by 5. Does it stay on 5? Let me know. We just can't have a touchdown. A field goal is perfect. A field goal is perfect, and we can cover. So as long as we don't get no touchdown, that's it. But as far as our pick Bengals, we hit that. No chance Steelers is winning this game. The Bengals, so we starting off the weekend right. Steelers take that L. Bengals, we kind of knew this was gonna happen. Yeah. The Vikings had a couple of yeah. I see what y'all saying. The Steelers might get they might get the ball back though. Let me see. We got to see. Do y'all do y'all guys think the Steelers get the ball back? I mean, obviously, the Bengals are going to waste the time to the 2-minute time. There's going to be a 2-minute timeout. The NFL loves doing that. See, people can't be talking about the NFL talking about or any other sports is rigged when you can't acknowledge nor notice the racial. And here can't be talking about NFL or any other sports is rigged when you can't acknowledge nor the racial aspect. I mean, no, it is there. Yeah, of what it is. Yeah, that's what I always say. It's people in power. And there's certain things you're allowed to do, and there's certain things you're not allowed to do. It don't matter, like blacks. It don't matter if blacks are so talented in football. Blacks will never be at the top when it comes to football, as far as like the ones making the moves. It'll never happen. Some people just gotta just face it for what it is. Just face it for what it is. That's why I tell people, listen, if you're gonna watch these sports, watch it, but know what you're watching. You know what I'm saying? I accept the fact that this is what happens with black coaches. I accept the fact this is what happens with black quarterbacks or white quarterbacks or wide receivers. You know what I'm saying? Like everybody has their role to play. You know? Black coaches ain't really allowed to win like that. If you have locks or braids in your hair and you dark skinned, you ain't allowed to win no championship or raise that trophy. Well, at least not yet. At least not yet. Once again, at least not yet. That's what people have to understand. If you a black quarterback and you want to win the Super Bowl, you have to be more like a Russell Wilson or a Patrick Mahomes. Steelers get the ball back. Steelers get the ball back. Our 8.5 should be safe, y'all. Our 8.5 should be safe. Our 8.5 should be safe now. As long as Russell Wilson's the quarterback, we cannot be happy. If anybody took it, a live game, free bet, hopefully we should be cashing that. I said hopefully, because still Russell Wilson. But listen, we got that. Shout out to everybody that's on it so far. I'm talking too soon, but y'all know what it is. Native American teams, and he didn't have braids and speak like Lamar. What about Doug Williams? But that's the thing. Repeat, Doug Williams. Pay attention to what his image was. If you was to go on YouTube, pay attention to what his image was. His image was nothing like a Lamar. His image was nothing like not saying Cam Newton had a bad image, but he was still a cool guy. It was nothing like a Cam Newton. It was nothing like let's say a Michael Vick. It was nothing like I'm just talking about back quarterbacks that was popular. You know what I'm saying? Like no, Doug Williams was just like the regular black guy. You know what I'm saying? Just a regular black guy. Just go on YouTube and check him out. Regular black guy. Okay, we can give you a Super Bowl. But when you have a certain impact on people, especially with today's sports, you're not winning. You're not winning. You get what I'm saying? Repeat. That's what we mean. Like, we have to call it for what it is. You know what I'm saying? So you know what it is. It's a big difference. Somebody like Doug Williams, but you notice that was that last black quarterback like that looked like him to win. We got Patrick Mahomes, but he was mixed. Russell Wilson, you still got to do a little bit deep diving to figure out what it really was. But his image is not like his image. Put it like this: his image ain't like his wife's baby daddy. Future. He don't got that type of image. Russell Wilson has a certain image. It just is what it is. He has one of those code switching images. Right? That's what he has. Okay, well, you can get Super Bowl. Patrick Mahomes, you'll get some Super Bowls. Lamar, nah, he's not one of those. You feel me? It is what it is. Stephen Curry, Tatum, Mahomes, you can compare them. We can't say that about basketball with the whole black thing. We can't. We there's no way the NBA can just do that. That would look too suspect. There's no way. So we don't even have that discussion with basketball and black players. We don't have that. We don't have that. Actually, I can say it's actually opposite because I got to be fair. I have to be fair. If it's rigged against black players, then I can also say it's rigged against white players in the NBA. Have to be fair. You have to call it down the middle. You have to. It is what it is. That's what it is. Let's see what we get here. 1 minute, 37 seconds, y'all. Come on, let's talk about it. Hold on. Our fault. So now that we good, we just don't want no Bengals. We just don't want to see the Bengals with no touchdown at the end of this game. I don't know. It could be something, a pickoff, a fumble. something can happen. We don't want to see none of that. So let's see. I just have to see what happens at the end of this game. And what I said, a minute left. They get the ball back. Here goes, y'all. So far we did the cover. Congratulations, we cash. We've been doing that all season, but here we go. I guess Russell Wilson going for it. So we looking good. Imagine both hits. The Bengals win the game, but we got the Pittsburgh Steelers covering the 8.5. That'll be dope, right? What did I say about Russell Wilson? What did I always say? You can expect him to do what? In the end, you can always expect him to do something stupid, especially getting sacked. Didn't they have? Wait, I'm not understanding what's going on, y'all. Cause somebody tell me didn't have a timeout. Oh, so who who went for that timeout? The Steelers, right? Did the Steelers do that timeout? I need to know. Okay, thank you. Okay, yeah, thank you for that. So you said they went on the time. They had to take their last time out. 20 seconds left. 30-12. Here we go. Let's go. Here we go. Ready? Let's go. Hey, Russell Wilson with a deep ball. Look at that. Did you guys see that? 4th and 12. Fourth down and 12. Look at that. And look at it was Pickens, y'all. Look at that. Pickens. Pickens messing it up, y'all. Look at that. Yo, he got everybody's tickets. He caught everybody's tickets. I I don't know why these fans oh, I don't know why they got the camera on Mike Tomlin. This is what he does. I think I don't know. I don't know. Because if they end up against the Texans, y'all know me, that's still a dark horse, so I'll be rooting against the Texans against the Steelers if they match up. But this I think oh no, yeah, game over. Game over. Mhm. There you go. There you go. What I said, y'all. Bengals win. Steelers with the in play cover. Let's go, baby. Let's go, baby. Drop a bomb flat. Let's go, baby. And it's a wrap. It's a wrap. It is a wrap, y'all. It's a wrap. Called it just like how we thought we wanted it to end up. Let's say that. This is how we wanted to end up, and this is what happened. 19-17. Bengals win. Steelers cover the in play with the +8.5. That's what I'm talking about. Cash that. For anybody that got on that, cash that. Let's go. We already know what's gonna happen with this Bengals shit. It is what it is. Anybody that tuned in that's not watching the game, the Bengals, Cincinnati Bengals defeat Pittsburgh Steelers 19-17. They had the ball in the end, the Steelers. They had the ball in the end. They went all the way down to 4th and 12. They couldn't make it happen. Pickens was ass the whole game. So anybody that was high on him, you got jerked. So this is what happens. So now the playoff seedings is still all over the place because we still Steelers is not locked in. Even with this loss, they not locked in. We got to figure out what happens with the Chargers. If the Chargers take an L, the Steelers can still stay in fifth, right? So the Steelers may flip if the Chargers win, right? So they wasn't locked in where they're at. Cincinnati Bengals, as you guys know, they're playing for something. They're playing for the 7th seed. So what happens is they need Miami to lose or even tie. And most importantly, they need the Broncos to lose to the Kansas City Chiefs. Which is funny, people always say the Bengals and the Chiefs have beef. Yet the Bengals need the Chiefs to do them a favor. Kind of ironic, right? So that's what it's going to come down to. So the Bengals did their job. They won, which we knew was going to happen. What do we tell people? We told people, this is what's going to happen. This is what's going to happen. This is what's going to happen. The Bengals play on Saturday. Why would they have them lose? Why would they have them lose? No, they're going to have them win. So now it gets spicy tomorrow. Me personally, this is just me personally. Me personally, I think the Broncos is going to have the 7th seed. If the Bengals was to get the 7th seed, they will lose the first round. I personally think that. I personally think that. So if they get it, they're going to lose either they're going to be out tomorrow or they're going to lose the first round. But they did their job. 1917. There you go. The plus 8.5, I'm sorry. Boom. Holly Shuffle, you just got here. Before it was a rap. Good thing you here. Blue Pyrotech, he came in too right before it ended. Good thing you here. That still got here. So that's what's going to happen, y'all. They had to make it entertaining. Like I said earlier in the beginning of the show, y'all ain't find a suspect with that scheduling. So listen, next year, when we get to the time again, pay attention to the team because before the season ends, it's usually week 16, 17, 18, or week 17 and 18. Those are Saturdays. They have games on Saturday. Pay attention to teams that play on that Saturday before the last game of the season. Y'all may think this is a stretch, but as soon as you see a Saturday schedule next year on week 18, automatically you're going to know one of those teams is going to be fighting for a playoff spot. It happens all the time. It happens every season. With that being said, is it rigged? No. I'm going to check out later. I'm going to be on the comment section. I'm going to be on the community section. This has been a good live with y'all. I'm going to see y'all tomorrow. Is it rigged? Is it scripted? Is it fixed? I don't know. You tell me. It's about to be spicy tomorrow. Y'all ready? I am. Subscribe. Anyone that's not subscribed, subscribe. We do it live over here. Holla at y'all tomorrow.